to the Talisman Tavern. Welcome, fellow patrons, to our luscious establishment. Please.
I can't hear you. I can only just hear myself.
You can't hear me. Let me speak. Hello, welcome to the tavern. Get your drinks by the bar. We promise they're not deadly.
They're definitely not poison. No.
Definitely not poison. They've definitely got something in it.
Oh yeah, so welcome to the Talisman Tavern.
Hello.
It's a Thursday. Well, wherever. It's Thursday in the UK anyway. It might be something else. Might be Friday. Might be Wednesday.
Yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see shit of this.
And now I'm going to be taking this mask off in a minute, that's for sure. Because I want a drink. I'm in a bar. How can I drink in this? I need a straw.
Well, you need a straw to the stomach. I can help you out of that.
You're stabbing people again. My God, mate. It
It's that
doesn't
time
take
of
long for you to
year.
get your knife out. Might have to web that knife away from your hand or something.
But no, please, by all means, get yourself a drink. In fact, even get yourself some little treaties like I've done. All in the spirit of the
Dwayne's in the house. Jesus Christ,
Dwayne.
fellas.
There's a go,
I can only
Dwayne.
just make it out.
It's just, don't worry about it. This is completely normal. We're still the same people. We won't hurt you.
It is.
I think.
No.
Well, we might.
Well,
we who knows?
If you don't mind,
Right.
I'm going to remove my mask for now so that I can at least see you guys and you can see me.
He's bunkered out.
I'm taking it out.
What is going on?
Here we go.
He's doing it.
Oh, don't take the hair off.
I thought he was going to peel off his.
It's more disgusting.
I thought he was going to peel off his skin. It's like a little Halloween prank.
Look at that. Dwayne rushing in there talking about my sticky stuff. He's all about my sticky stuff. He loves it. He absolutely loves my sticky stuff.
Oh, yeah. Don't. Yeah, we don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. You want to see guts. That's what you want to see. I'm good at that.
GlenOneN is Spider-Man. You knew it all along.
GlenOneN is Peter Parker. He changed his name to Glenn Cooper when he moved back to the UK. So
yeah,
he's
all good. Maybe I should have done the full Spider-Man outfit. Never mind.
He knows that with great. He knows that with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, great dice rolls. Yeah, cheers, Dwayne. If you're heading off to work, we appreciate you dropping by, mate. Well done. Yeah, you'll have to watch back later because I know you're one of the very few lucky lads who actually has Talisman Nemesis, Call of the Hunt, physical copy. So you'll still be interested in what I've got to say about it. I'm pretty damn sure. So yeah, Zodz is the assassin. You're absolutely right, George. He is. But he doesn't really hide away in the crowd very easily. He can't sneak up on you.
It's a bit hard to hide a disfigurement like this. I've got to be real. It's been a lifelong sort of journey for me to kind of sort that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it's really worked out that well.
Are you still comfortable? Do you want to remove the mask for a little while? We can put it back on later. Don't worry about it.
Oh, but it's nearly Halloween. We're tomorrow.
We'll put it back on. Don't worry about it later. Maybe.
All right, you're gonna see my ugly mug now. All right, let's just be careful about this. All right, and I've got to take off these little feathers.
Oh God, no. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us in the Talisman Tavern this evening. We are going to have some fun this evening because we are... Ooh, what's it? Did you practice Nemesis content perfectly? George, yeah, absolutely. I read the rules about 3 times. I had to get some rules lawyers in to recommend reasonable reasonable adjustments to the rules on the fly, but yeah, I had a good game. I think we played it perfectly fine, and I'm gonna talk you all through the new rules just to see, basically just to enlighten you all on what Nemesis really means. It has some very similar connotations as to what the Alliance is for Talisman 5th edition. You know, obviously The digital version obviously is out there. The digital version for Nemesis will be out there at sometime soon. I have no idea. We don't really talk to Nomad. Nomad will never release any of that kind of stuff to us, but ultimately it is obviously going to get some kind of digitization at some point. But I feel, I know enough about Nemesis to at least give you all my thoughts and opinions and allow you to ask some questions. And I'm 100% looking forward to playing it again and again. It feels like a game that I really, really want to play a few more times, and with different groups. I think with different groups would be really, really fun. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And because I've got all of it ready. I've got all of the instructions. I've got the box here. I've got the boards. Sorry if you've not seen the board yet, but it is a beauty. It is an absolute beauty. Yeah. It's lovely. It's a really good expansion. Like, there you go. Don't need to watch anymore. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
After playing it, especially after playing it, when I was reading it, I had some worries. That's for sure. I'll explain that all though as we chunder through the rule set and have a look at some of the miniatures. There will be obviously a interim period during this evening where we will cut off for about 5 or 10 minutes to refresh and have a break. And after that, we will be going deep into spoilers. Spoiler territory. We'll be opening up all the boxes and talking about the additional stuff. But I'm not even that worried about that, to be honest with you, Zods, because the spoiler stuff is really just related to new trial content. So it's not really spoilery to talk about it, but some people might get upset if they hear about it and they haven't opened it up themselves. But I'm certain that there's a lot of people out there. There's going to be a lot of you fans of Talisman out there who want to know everything before you decide to part ways with money and buying this. Because not only do you have to pay for it, and obviously it's nice having it up on your bookshelf, there is a hope that you might one day want to play that with your friends or family.
Yes.
So I'm here. I'm going to show you everything, George. Right, get ready. I'm going to show you everything.
Yeah. I can need to gouge my eyes
about
out.
the game, obviously. Yeah, about the game. Yeah.
Yes,
the game's going to be coming thick and fast. That's what she said.
Wow. Yes, indeed. And that's probably what Avalon Hill said too. But in any case, I am being quite eager to play the Nemesis expansion. Do we know when it's coming out on the digital? Because I've got my pre-order for the physical box. That's coming on the launch date. But we don't know any information about the digital release.
Yeah. So I should explain. I think I've already explained. If you've seen my unboxing video, then I've already explained to you how I managed to, in the UK, lay my hands on a early copy. It's not really an early copy. Most of us who are fans of Talisman have gone out there and pre-ordered our copies. That's great. And they're all destined to arrive very similarly around a very similar point in time. It's going to be next week, I think. 2nd, 3rd, 4th November, depending on... but that's Europe and that is the UK. But they did release, or they were allowing people to walk away with copies of Nemesis in the recent board game convention over in Germany. So we have a lot of people, friends of ours, who now own copies. And I was not going to get a copy myself until next week, like everybody, on the release date, essentially.
Yeah.
But I am very friendly, and I play board games quite a lot with a owner of a friendly local gaming board gaming shop. And he, last Saturday, I walked in, I thought I'd just say hi to him, see what he's up to, have a bit of a chat to him. And he said, "Glenn, I've got something for you." I was like, okay, what are you going to try and sell me this time, Duncan? And he pulled out Nemesis. And I was like, are you effing kidding me? Where did you get that from? It's like they bought they allowed us to kind of purchase it. Now, I hope I'm not going to get in trouble. Maybe you should have been hiding it behind the counter and not releasing it until next week. Maybe
there might be an embargo. Maybe Hasbro is going to be sending the troops, the shock troops through the window. I don't know. Actually, it's just dawned on me. Maybe you should have done that. And but
all of you geezers and girls over in America, you've got it. You had it for about 2 weeks already.
Oh yeah, exactly. So they can't do anything. They can't do anything.
You've been teasing us with your photos. Yeah. It's been rather uncomfortable.
Yeah, I have to say. Yeah, you Americans, you get everything first, but it makes sense because you manufacture. It all comes from direct within your country. But Australia somehow got their hands in it before the UK, which is what's going on? What's happening? Are we evening down under?
Yeah, I'm not.
What's happening?
I'm not bloody happy about that. But they are pretty much closer to China than we are. So and that's where these board games come from.
Oh, okay. When you put it like that, yes. Basically, if you're on the Pacific, you're winning. Nice.
Yeah. So, like I said, just to mention, I did do a very quick, a very naughty 7-minute unboxing video, which talked a little bit more about to be honest with you, I didn't mention a huge deal about what my thoughts were on the game, apart from how weighty it was and how lovely some of the figurines looked, or the miniatures, sorry. So, yeah, we're going to get a close look this evening. We're going to drag it out for 15 hours.
15 hours! No, we're going to drag it out. Until you get tired. You fall asleep.
Yeah.
And we're going to still be going.
Oh, yeah.
And that's actually going to be the most interesting part of the stream, when you fall asleep. Because you'll miss it. It'll be funny.
Yeah, we're going to be waiting for... Yeah.
George says, playing with legendary decks included on the Talisman digital game gives you more experience points at the end of the game. Do you know STH?
Oh, sorry. Gives you more experience points at the end of the game. Do you know? No, I didn't know that.
Makes sense.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So essentially, if you make the game harder on the digital version, then you get more bonus points and experience as a result. That makes sense. Yeah. That actually explains why some players we've played against who are kind of almost level 100, 90s.
Oh, because they just played
No, okay, I thought... I don't know, George.
Well, we don't know. I don't think I paid attention to the XPs when I play Legendary. I just focus on surviving. I'm pretty happy with that. So.
Yeah, so what's been happening in your life this week? I know I hear that you've been working on a video for the Talisman Tavern. Do you want to say anything about that at the moment?
It's coming on nicely. It's going to be Halloween themed-ish, sort of. It's good fun. We played a Slunky and Shrub in the game that's coming out very soon. We're probably going to aim for a 1st of November release date. I don't think it's going to come out tomorrow. Firstly, because I don't think there's enough time. My schedule's been very busy in IRL as of lately. But also, I think everyone's going to be out partying, probably. Like, they've probably got some Halloween parties going on or something. And whatnot. So, who knows? But yeah, I mean, if we can get it out tomorrow, that'd be nice. But don't hold your breath. Just know it's coming out very soon. Very, very soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, well done, George. If you've been playing some Talisman games, going up levels this week, very, very good. It's very difficult for me to go up levels now because I've reached just over 60. It takes bloody ages.
It's reached the apex.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's quite hard to get a bloody win nowadays, I have to say. I have to work really, really, really hard for it. I did get a couple of wins on the US servers late the other night, though. That was quite fun. And I did the unthinkable. I literally just decided to track and hunt them down like I was playing Talisman Nemesis, to be honest with you. I just kind of got into that vibe. I was just causing all kinds of shenanigans. I can't remember exactly one of the characters I did, but I did something really weird because I've never played some of the characters I've never played before. Shock horror, but there's so many of them. Yeah, hopefully you're not going to blame me too hard for that or criticize me too hard for that. I think the character I was playing was Devil's Minion, and it allowed me, if I ever got a spirit as a enemy, I'm able to shove that over to somebody else to fight.
Okay.
And I was using that to great effect and managed to kill someone who turned into a toad who had 1 life left, and I just sent them a spirit over to them to kill them. That was quite funny. Yeah. And like, I don't normally do that kind of stuff, but this was a sudden death, no respawn game, and I just wanted to stamp my authority over it. I just felt like that. I felt like a bitch. And
sometimes you just want to literally destroy. Eat, sleep, brave, repeat, Nemesis. Sometimes you just want to do that.
There it is. There it
There's
is.
the box, folks. He's doing an
the
unboxing
Hunt.
live, even though he's already opened it. But he's doing another unboxing.
Yeah.
Second one.
Yeah. So we're gonna in a few moments we're gonna start going through that. We're gonna start looking at the rule book. Mainly we're gonna start at the on the setup, because this is a great. This is a big bone of contention that I have with the new expansions with the in real life game. Obviously, we don't have to deal with the setup stuff on the digital version, which I am very thankful for. Thank you very much, Nomad Games. You are my hero. All of you are. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, everyone.
But in the in real life game, we actually have to do some work. And if there's anything in this world that I hate more than probably dying, is probably working. And he's
lying. He loves his work.
I do like my work. Yes, I do. But I'm what they call productively lazy. So I'm always trying to refine things. Anything like refining systems. I'm an engineer in my real life, and whenever I see unnecessary bloat, it pisses me off. And these alliances and Nemesis hasn't pissed me off, but it's just made me think, and it's got my noggin jogging. That's for sure. I'm not going to wail upon it for things which I would prefer to see in there, because ultimately I am still a fan of the game. I've played it. I've read it backwards. We love alliances, don't we, LordZodz? We actually love that game.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's great
fun.
We've had
a lot of fun.
It's great fun. It's good fun. Did I mention it's awesome fun? It's good fun. Alliances.
Yeah, and also, we're being paid by Avalon or Nomad or anyone like that.
We're not being sponsored or being paid. They haven't got us by gunpoint or anything. You know, it's all good. It's fine. This is purely our opinions alone from our experiences playing Talisman. So rest assured, these are the Tavern opinions. And so you should copy the Tavern
opinions. Yeah. They couldn't afford us, to be honest with you, George. So I mean, there's not even any point of them offering us anything. There's nothing they can offer us.
They came to us and we said, look, you've got to pay us $1 million a month, otherwise, which is not good. No, they didn't give that to us.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing.
I'd think twice. I'd think twice about that, to be honest with you.
Really? I'd probably ask for $2 million if it were me, but.
There you go. Well, a girl's got to feed. A girl's got to eat, right?
Piggy's got to eat. Not that I'm with a pig, mind you, but anyway. Yeah.
There's been quite a few of you have filtered into the tavern. Please take your time. Mingle around the bar. Get your orders in. What are you drinking this evening? We're now about to start talking about Talisman Nemesis. This is what you're here for. This live stream. This is what we're planning on doing. We are going to literally just go through this book. I'm going to go through the salient points. I'm going to describe to you what the changes are, the big changes, departing away from the Talisman 5th edition base set game, and also draw draw comparisons with the Alliances set as well, which we absolutely love, by the way. So this is the next one. We're kind of looking towards this as we're kind of using this as a bearing to kind of work out what the hell they're going to do next. And some really weird news happens this afternoon as well.
Oh, God.
LordZodz. Yeah, no, I mean, we all suddenly got invited to something called Talisman Realms.
Oh, yes,
What's that all about?
News. So it looks like, folks, we have a new competitor in the field of content, Talisman content.
Hasbro!
Hasbro! Pay us! Why won't you pay? No, it's all jest and good fun. Until they pay us a movie. No, so yes, they've created a new place on, as far as I'm aware, Facebook of all places, to keep up to date with official Talisman content, and they've named it the Talisman Realms.
I kind of like the name, to be honest with you.
I like the.
I'm trying to get this, like you've got your lovely your mask hut there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to hang my mask in as well. No, I can't
do it. He's doing it. He's going for it. Watch out, folks. Watch out.
Me.
Watch out. He's getting crazy.
There you go.
He's getting spidery.
There you go. My Spidey. Yeah.
Nice.
So there's no competitors in it. Honestly, it would appear that they're creating a hub. I would say. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not on the inside. Maybe John is. Maybe John is floating around this evening and he hasn't made himself known in chat. But if you could tell us, that'd be great. If he knows, or if he doesn't know, then whatever.
Then also tell us that as well.
Sure he'll find out
or if you have some knowing information but not knowing information, that's also good.
But it feels like they're trying to create a hub. We don't know to what end, apart from maybe this is a way of disseminating more news faster into the Talisman community, trying to knit us together a little bit more. Obviously, that's not going to stop people like Talisman Island, John New, and Talismanium, and all the other Hero Quest, as well as Talisman Discords out there from doing their thing. This is just going to mean that we can mainline the news a lot faster and not have to, well, basically deal with a faceless corporate kind of website rather than people, which is what we all want in the end of the day. We don't want to talk to people. No one wants to interact anymore.
Yeah, nobody wants to socialize. What's going on with that? It's a shame. I want to like meet people in person and beat them at a game of Talisman and make them feel like I'm a winner. Like a win! Actually, wait, maybe that's why people aren't meeting up anymore. Maybe because I'm just trying to beat up people too much. Yeah, shit.
Hopefully you got your drinks.
Yes.
Get your ales, get your beers, get your shots in, whatever. Let's start talking about Nemesis. We are here to talk about Nemesis this evening.
Yeah.
So, I think the first thing I'm going to do is I've already unboxed it. There's a video out there. You're gonna have to go out and find that. If you haven't seen it, don't worry about it. Watch it afterwards. It's only 7 minutes long. Just gives you a little bit of a feel for it. You've probably seen loads of photos. You might have even seen a few people who's reviewed Talisman. This is basically going to be a review as well as a pointer towards the rules, what to expect, and that's what I wanted to go through. With this rule book. With you guys, because I managed to play it as well, so at least I have some experience with the system. I only played it once, by the way, and we played it with 4 players. So as me being the Nemesis and 3 other players. Those players, the characters they chose were the Centaur, because I wanted one of them to choose one of the characters from the alliances. I thought that'd be fun. Mm-hmm. The Huntress, which is the new character in Nemesis, which is the only character in there. So that is our first spoiler. I'm sorry if that's really broken your heart, or if you might have already known that anyway, but there is only one additional character, which is one of my bones of contentions with this. Very good expansion. Could have been better. We want more characters. It's what we want. All Talisman. We're not. No one's going to sit on the fence about that. Can you give us 10 more effing characters, please? Now.
I think that's
what we care about.
So the previous edition, 4th edition by Fantasy Flight and later Pegasus Spiele, at least a small box expansions for small stuff
with 3
still
characters.
Gave you quite a number of characters to choose from. Which is brilliant. Yeah. It was great. It just gave you more options to play the game. Whatever character you wanted to. The fact that they've only included 1 character, the Huntress, I mean, that's a bit like, I don't know. I would have liked at least another
it's
one.
A bit tight. It's a bit tight.
Give us options.
Push the boat out. Come on. Gonna be more. No one's gonna complain. You put more characters in there.
That's a good question, actually.
Listen to us.
That's a good question I want to ask you, Glenn. Obviously, Glenn, you've been playing Talisman a long time. You have good knowledge on most of the editions, I think, except third.
A lot.
Third is the one that we kind of tend to ignore for reasons. But anyways, yeah. Is there a character that they could have brought back from one of the older ones that hasn't existed in 4th that they could have brought in for Nemesis?
That's a really good one. That is a really good one. Like, because the thing is, there's an awful lot of characters which have been introduced in the 4th edition digitally, new ones, like brand new ones, brought out by Nomad. Oh God, what would I love?
By the way,
see?
Chat. That's a question. That's a question to you as well. If you want to put your suggestions in, feel free to as well.
but we are talking about like the Call of the Hunt, the Nemesis. Like, what kind of characters would we introduce? All the characters that are introduced in the new expansions are generally quite thematic towards the expansion. Apart from Alliances, to be honest with you, Alliances had the opportunity to do crazy shit, and it did. This is what I love. This is the reason why I love Alliances so much. The spread of new characters was amazing, worked perfectly. So much fun to be had with it. Some really interesting strategies. But to get one character, do you know what? Not good. But that is probably one of my biggest criticisms of it, is we only got one character. But let me have a think about that, Zodz. If anyone is in chat at the moment who is fans of the first, second, third edition, absolutely adored maybe one or two of those characters which never seemed to make it into the fourth, or maybe it did, but they want to see it in the fifth, then tell us. We'll do some checks. Tell us all about it. Tell us what you liked about it, and we'll talk to you about it as well.
Could it be what's the one that there's a role that I'm thinking of from second edition, because in second edition you could technically upgrade your character's role to a brand new role, basically. Not sure that's the right terminology to use.
Second, I think it was first or second edition. It could have been a big expansion. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it was like a professional, or a leveled up version of the character.
That's it. Like, I think it's professional something. There was one character, because we played second edition a while back, and there was one I played as through that method.
Master Thief, you got.
Master Thief, I think that was the one. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the Master Thief. Yeah.
How cool would it have been to see him join Nemesis? A Master Thief as a Nemesis?
Interestingly, there's something in Nemesis which pokes towards that, which I'm not entirely sure if you've not been in the loop for Nemesis and you've not been chasing it down, or you've not been watching some of the reviews which are already out there. There's only about a couple of them, and they can be a little bit bare bones on the information that they're providing, because people are still trying to understand what information they want to provide. But I'm going to provide all of that tonight. And there is actually a leveling up system, a mini leveling up system within Nemesis, which is attributed to characters now. Yeah.
Okay.
Which can be used in your 5th edition game. It actually says it in there. It actually says how it can be used. Yeah, which is good. Which I am looking forward to most of all on a digital version. Like, you wouldn't believe. I would love to see this on digital version. Yeah. There is a small, tiny little leveling up system within this new expansion. Okay, so the other character that was played was the wizard, because the 3 players decided that they wanted a spellcaster who was a prolific spellcaster and high in craft. Turns out that was a really good decision for them to do. Anyway, okay, so what do we want to know? The first thing, if you don't mind me, like I'm going to show off a little bit of, because if you haven't had a chance to see some of the artwork, it is pretty effing cool.
Oh my god.
It is effing cool. And
That's
they
crazy.
do the same thing that they do with the other, so I want to get around there. You see, they spread out all of the game components, essentially, that you're going to get. I'll be happy to take the components out of the box and kind of let you know. Like, for example, like we've already shown this off. We do get a new central board, which is brilliant, by the way. We have one central part of the board, which is kind of like the hunt. I forget what it's called. Let me just check to see. I'll give you the exact name that they call this, by the way. They call it the hunting grounds. They call this the hunting grounds, which is a very different center piece. And like the more I talk about this, the more I'm kind of thinking like there's a lot of people out there who still yet to receive their box. So honestly, if you don't like listening to all of these spoilers as I'm offloading all this information, please tell us in the chat, and we'll probably just tell you to deal with it. I think that's what's going to happen. Well, because you're going to get it all. You're going to get everything.
You're going to get all of it. And speaking of getting all of it, George is getting all of that lovely artwork. He's absolutely loving it.
Yeah. No, so I'm going to try and that's obviously upside down. I'm going to try and get this. The center board is actually quite gorgeous, to be honest with you. It is gorgeous.
Looks great, yeah.
It has this gloss look. I don't know if you see that. You can see that all the reflectiveness.
Yeah.
Not a big fan because generally it used to be a little bit more linen, kind of like a little bit less shiny previously. Oh, okay, right. PT 902.
Here we go.
Here for the spoilers.
For the spoilers.
Right. Okay.
Nice.
So, just give you a little bit more in-depth information about the hunting grounds. This hunting grounds, it doesn't work like a normal center region for almost every single expansion of Talisman I've ever seen. You roll a dice and you move along this like a normal region, like a middle or outer region. When you join it here in the Wall of Thorns, okay, you roll a dice and you move around it like normal. Okay? So if you've got a teleport spell, guess what? You get to teleport around it. If you've got anything which helps you move, guess what? It helps you move. So, and it might be a little bit confusing, to most of us thinking, oh, wait a minute. Well, that means that the ending must be incredibly different.
Yes.
And yes, you'd be right. It is. It's very, very different.
It would have to
be.
But
is it better than the Cataclysm expansion? What, this expansion? But you're talking about two different editions.
It's different, I would say. I've not had. I'm yet to get my box, so my opinions on it are not fully formed yet. However, I would imagine because it's a somewhat similar thing to Alliances and how that is its own thing, Nemesis being its own thing as well, it's going to be different from your traditional 4th edition expansions that you know and love.
They're both better than each other for different reasons.
Right.
Is my honest answer for it. The Cataclysm is brutal, and it's got loads of extra stuff being imported into new cards, denizens. You've got, I think, the Firelands and the Cataclysm was the first expansions that introduced the change of the terrain, which I personally love. But hey, Player for Tradition is here. Hey, how you doing, dude?
How you doing, bud?
Nice. Yeah. And but the Nemesis expansion is very different because it is and I probably haven't said this, but if you don't know already, it is a one player versus all mechanic or mechanic essentially for the game. So you do have one player who has a very different roster of actions that they can do on their turn before it passes on to the rest of the players. Those players can be between 2 and 5 players, so it's a 3 to 6 player game. And the normal things that heroes can do, because they're all cooperating, by the way, to try and win the game. By winning the game, they have to beat the final boss, the adversary, the final adversary. Every single trial has a different adversary. There's 3 trials. All they have to do is just generally defeat the boss. Yeah, one versus all. Yeah, exactly. George, you're literally taking the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was now about to say. It is like a dungeon mastering kind of thing, but the information is like, say, for example, for a hero quest or dungeon master thing, you kind of have some secret knowledge that you're not telling about your players. But in this game, it's not like that. It is still competitive. It's still a competitive, and you're still both working off a massive random element to the game. It just so happens that the Nemesis player, instead of rolling dice and moving character or a set of characters around, like say in Hero Quest, to knock people over the head, you are using action cards to drive your choices forward. You've got a bunch of action points or actions that you can take every single time it's your turn. You get 1 turn per rotation per round, but of those actions you also get to play cards, and those cards do all kinds of crazy shit which really f up the players a lot. Okay, right, they are really powerful. Right, before I go on any further, I have to show this because this is something which really excited me when I first opened this up. On the opposite side of the hunting grounds is a brand new ending for 5th edition normal base game.
Oh, that's
Dragon
cool.
ending. That is amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
This is brilliant. This itself is actually worth, I reckon, 2 characters, easy. 2 new characters. The ending is really, really fun. The Fey Dragon has fate.
Yeah.
Okay, and
wait,
when it spends its fate,
an enemy has fate.
Yeah, this has fate.
Oh my god!
When it only has 1 fate, when it spends, you as the player can spend a fate to reprime the Fey Dragon with fate just to f up your opponents. That's hilarious. That is so cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's worth 2 additional characters right there.
Oh
Very
my
fun.
god.
Yeah. So I can't wait till this transitions to digital. This is going to be so much fun playing this.
So basically, this is what the Dragon expansion in 4th edition provided. It gave you 2 opposite sides of the inner region.
Yeah.
You've got the Dragon Tower, and then you have the Dragon Realm, which is the Dragon version of the standard inner region.
Yeah. We love this. We love options. We love different endings. This is great. Also, the spaces that you have on the normal inner region, they have been kind of not quite duplicated, but there's a lot of rhyming going on around here. Like, so for example, there's the Basilisk's Hollow, and all you do is you roll 2 dice, and if you roll 2 or 3, you're turned into stone. You're dead. Done. Gone. It's funny. If you roll 8 or more, then nothing happens, and you move on. What is the other thing? There is. Oh yeah. If you roll a 4, you lose 2 lives. Fine, whatever. But also there's an option here where there we goes. Like in the opposite on the opposite side of it, of the Basilisk's Hollow, is a Siren's Grotto. And if you roll a 4 or 5 on that 3d6, subtract your craft, kind of, the mines essentially of the inner region. If you roll a 4 or 5, these things are not teleporting you out of the inner region and setting you back. These things are effing you up and your friends. Now, if you roll 3 dice, subtract your craft, and the result is 4 to 5, you choose another player and they gain a strength. So cool.
That's cool.
You have to choose another character to gain a strength. That's brilliant. This is a natural catching up mechanism built into the game. Love it. Really cool.
So these people who have designed this, they've really thought about the impacts of that, haven't they?
I think, do you know what? You can do whatever you like in Talisman most of the time and just throw some poo at the wall and some of it will stick and that. But some of these things that go on in the Crown of Command, the Fey Dragon, is definitely leading me towards these are people who've played a decent amount of Talisman.
They've played a lot of Digital Talisman or real Talisman, and are like, yeah, this could definitely...
But what happens if one lands on free parking? I'm just trying to see if there's a free parking here.
Free parking. That'd be nice, wouldn't
it? Honestly, there's a whole... Dude, like, guys and girls, there's a whole host of situations on this reverse side where if you roll 2s or 3s, you either turn to stone or you're constantly captured by the fairy ring and never to be released. Your game is over.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And I thought they wanted to speed up this game.
You know what? That's actually what I thought too. I think this is going very, very back towards the random nature of some of the earlier Talisman expansions and stuff like, which absolutely screws you up, completely Fs you up. This is what this is doing. This is going back to that. You remove the toads, the edginess of the toads, turning you into like toad for 3 turns, lose all your objects, and you introduce this, and it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. let's not go on too much more about the center region, because actually, to be honest with you, the center region doesn't play much part in the Talisman Nemesis expansion. I have only played it once. However, when I read the rules, I immediately suspected this was going to be a bit of a area which was never going to be used that much, and in that one single game, it really wasn't used. It isn't needed, to be honest with you. Weirdly,
that is a strange thing to say, isn't it? In a region that isn't really needed. Bizarre.
Why? Because in this game, the boss or the adversary. This is terms that we've kind of learned from the Alliance's expansion. The boss starts in the middle, right at the center. So, and in fact, actually, this is a good time to get out that figure.
Okay,
I'm pretty certain.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's see
if
it.
you haven't seen it,
let's see it.
This is absolutely amazing, by the way. We're on a crazy scale. Does this compare to Firelands? On the crazy scale, oh god, dude. To be fair, I think this blows Firelands out of the water for craziness.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Because absolutely crazy stuff can happen with this game.
Look at that.
Right?
What am I looking at, Glenn? What is that?
So this is the adversary for the first trial. It's called the War Boar, I think. Or, yeah, it might be called the War Boar. I'm pretty certain
the big buff pig, we'll call it that.
Yeah. And
big
you might be looking
pig.
at and thinking, oh, it is huge. It is huge. But it's also, I got the elf out of the...
Look at that, folks, for comparison.
I got the elf out just to give you a comparison of what the size of this thing is.
No, actually, that's a good point. A player tradition says, don't call him Pumbaa anymore. Like, that actually, if you get rid of the horns, that looks like Pumbaa. Lion King. It does.
This is a beautiful miniature. It really is. Like, for all the people who love painting miniatures, this is going to be an amazing
That's going to be fun.
To
be a lot of fun.
Even though it's fur, and I know fur is pretty hard to paint, but yeah. So, another very marginal spoiler, but I'm pretty certain you're probably going to come to realize this, but this is something which they did, and I really do like this, and I've looked at all of the boxes. We will show you after the intermission when we're going full spoiler territory. There are 3 trials, and every single trial has its own individual adversary figure miniature, just like this, but different. It's very nice. They are very nice.
Man.
This is where the money's
Have you had a look at those miniatures, by the way, Glenn?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I have. And they are very nice. They are all very nice.
Very nice.
Yep.
Well, I suppose we're gonna wait till later before we can have a look at those, because there is going to be a big spoiler section. Unless...
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Is that one of them?
This is the Huntress. This is the new character for the Nemesis.
Oh, the new character.
And I'm trying to get this so that you can get a proper look at it. Oh god, we've been... There we are.
Oh, we're nearly there. Yeah.
You got it. You see it?
That's the best we're gonna get.
Okay, right. I've seen some criticism of this figurine, this miniature online so far already. I've seen some criticism, people talking shit about this. It isn't the most inspirational figure as a hero. You can see how it's standing. It looks a bit static. It's kind of cocked arm with a crossbow. That's the Huntress. Okay, right. So, give you it is a very unimposing figure. That's the elf next to it. Yeah, and you can see the elf, which is a very small figure, is actually larger, a lot larger than the Huntress even.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for it not being able to kind of really focus in on this. I have no idea why it does this. We're going to have to... But yeah, you can see. Okay, so... Okay. Not the best figure, I would say. Not the best sculpt, as Ash would say from Hero Quest. Looks
like they're on guard duty. It's what Player for Tradition say.
Yeah, it does. It does look a little bit... yeah. However, still, like the actual character itself, if you guys want to know what it does, I can tell you exactly what the Huntress is and what they do. I'll read it out for you. They start off as neutral. They're actually quite good. They start off in the forest, obviously. They start with strength 4. So strength 4 is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And craft 3. These are good stats. They start off with 4 lives, normal, and 2 fate, which is better than 1. Let's just put it out there. And which is really, really cool. Yeah. However, the Huntress, their abilities. And actually, this is quite an interesting set of abilities that they have. If you move into a space that has 1 or more animal enemies, or villain characters, by the way, which are mainly animals, you may end your movement there and encounter that enemy character. So this does mean that you can just always attack.
Is that characters and creatures, or just creatures on the board?
It is animals and villains.
Oh, villains!
Only
From
animals
alliances.
And villains. Yes. Yes.
So
this works well in alliances. But mainly think of it as the normal experience in the base game is only animal enemies. Are you going to be stopping on them? Okay, right. The other thing is, when you roll a 1 to 3 in the forest, you do not lose a life. So the forest is actually very easy for you to land on. It's a nice space. That, again, is very useful in alliances. Very useful.
Yes! It is.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Right. And here's the superpower of the Huntress, the one that everybody should know. You start off with 4 strength. You can trade any value animal, enemy, or villain to gain 1 strength for craft. Any value. So you can level up
serious?
Really fucking fast. This is a good character.
Are you fucking the real Mumps? Like, that's crazy.
No.
So I can, for example, kill an enemy, get a trophy,
beat a
let's
wild
say
boar,
a
strength
boar,
1 animal, or wolf,
or beat demon, craft 10.
Yep.
Even if I don't hit the requirement, I can just trade it in.
Yeah. So, well, demon craft 10 is probably not a great version of it. More is the smaller ones, like the serpents, the wolves, the bears, the boars in the main set, the base set, which are only 1, 2, and 3 strengths. It doesn't really. If you're even at 8, 9, 10 strength, you can turn that in for a strength. You don't even have to save it all the way up. Animals are absolutely superpower to you. Yep. You hunt animals. That's what the Huntress does.
That's... Wow.
It's a good character. Yeah. I can see really, really cool ways that you can use that in different expansion and also the base set.
Dude, oh my god. When because we know that they're remastering the old expansions from 4th edition for the digital version. When they get to the corner boards with all the animals from Highlands, from Woodlands, from dungeon expansion, I think there's a few in the city as well, like the rat, or giant rat. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. She's got to be a monster.
Well, she could very well be, but I don't think they're going to be doing standard or traditional corner sections in the 5th edition. So
no, not in the physical. I don't think, not in the physical print.
But but they've already planned doing it in the digital. Actually, you are absolutely right. Yeah.
Digital...
they're planning on doing the city and the dungeon. So there are animals in those. Yeah, they've already talked about it. So yeah, you're right. So the Huntress is going to be a good player, a good character.
Very good character.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of animals in Highlands. I'll just say. So yeah, when you get Highlands comes along, which it will eventually. Yeah. Best of luck to people.
Right. Should we crack on with the real meat and potatoes of what Talisman Nemesis is? Okay, right. We have to. When you get high. It just reminds me of that stupid song. I can't remember the name of it. Right, anyway, it was this Iron Legionnaire. Hello, Iron Legionnaire. How are you doing?
How is it going, folks? Excuse me, I am eating on candies.
Yeah, if you're in chat at the moment, tell us what you are you fan of? Are you here because you're fans of Talisman? Hey, John's in the house.
John's in the house. How's it going, bud?
John, you have so many. We have so many questions for you at the moment, but we're just going to put them to one side.
Oh, it's Cosmos. It's Iron Legionnaire's Cosmos.
It's Cosmos. Hey, Cosmos, how you doing, buddy? Nice one. Played Cosmos a few games just recently. He is an absolute beast, of course. He is.
There we go.
Yeah, and yeah, man, he's a good player. Yeah.
Very good player.
To beat a Cosmos up, that's for sure.
I've heard the stories from them.
A lot better about myself. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Okay. Shall we talk about the setting up of Talisman Nemesis? So this is something which I actually, John, your lips are never sealed. Do not seal your lips. What the hell are you talking about?
John,
you absolute
John, we will
shitbag.
unseal those lips. We have the tools in the tavern. I can go get them right now and get a pint for us both, if you like, as well.
Flyers.
Oh, you have to tell him, mate. Oh, he's gonna be scared now.
Yeah, no, he loves it.
I'm sure he loves
it. Right. Something which I didn't particularly like about Talisman Alliance. Oh, look, the thing is, there's pros and cons with these expansions. There's something which has always been a running theme in Talisman expansions, which is when you get a new box set, you are those your underpants, Glenn? No, you didn't see the beginning, John. You didn't actually.
No, you didn't see the beginning.
We were masked up for Halloween.
Yeah, we were basically like that.
How's it going?
Yeah.
Get yourself a bite of a tavern. I assure you it's no poison.
We're being festive. Why not? In the
yeah
Halloween occasion.
Right. So back to these setups.
Let's get to the serious stuff. Yeah, the cool stuff.
The thing is, this is pretty much part and parcel of even the older editions of Talisman. When you introduce a new expansion, it introduced a whole bunch of new cards, spell cards, adventure deck cards, especially in the 4th edition, which had the most of expansions than any other edition ever had. You now have kind of like a deck of almost 1,000 cards, maybe more. And you're like left with the whole point of, well, sometimes maybe you just don't want to play with the Highland. How are you going to do that? Are you just going to remove all of the bloody cards from there? Well, actually, in the 4th edition, you don't have to remove those bloody cards, because there are certain cards within the adventure deck which only apply to the Highland, say, for example. But when you pull them out, you can just look at them. Yeah, this doesn't apply. Put them to one side, just pull another bloody card. It's not a problem. Yeah? Okay, cool. And when you're in the Highland, guess what? You're on the Highland deck. Not a problem. So there were workarounds. Yeah. However, the Alliances and now the Talisman Nemesis is a very different system, a very different game altogether. It actually, some of the cards which are introduced to it do not apply and cannot apply for the other versions. Now, drawing out those cards and putting to one side would become quite boring and piss you off after a little bit of time. So what they have done, what the designers have done, I'm assuming, I'm a designer myself, but I'm looking at this from a designer's point of view. What they have done is in Talisman Nemesis, they have looked at the spell deck that you get in the base count, and they've looked at the adventure deck and said, you need to pull these cards out, just like in the Alliances expansion. Now, in the Alliances expansion, I think it was about 10 cards, 10 spell cards. And in the Alliances expansion, the adventure deck was about 20, 25 cards, something like that. In Nemesis, it's 14 spell cards. And it's 37 of your 100 cards pulled out of the adventure deck for Talisman Nemesis, which really makes my mind hurt. It makes my head hurt. I had to do that. It was annoying. And as I was pulling the cards out, I was like, but this would make the game so much more fun if it was just left in there. Now, the reasons why they say this, they say removing these cards helps streamlining your expansion experience. So what they've done is they've obviously play tested it, and they realized that if you don't pull enough amount of cards, then you're not going to get down to what I keep on saying, the meat and potatoes of the Talisman experience for this particular expansion. So they've kind of had to do it. However, it's still not going to stop me from saying, could we just come up with a different way of doing it?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a better way of doing it. But still, like, you lose things like the Imp, which is always fun when you see it. You lose the Raiders, Pestilence, Siren, Gnome, the Hag, a Healer for crying out loud, the Chalice of Life, the Shield, the Water Bottle, the Marsh, the Magic Portal, the Princess, the Prince. Oh my god, lots of stuff, which literally makes Talisman what Talisman is. And they removed it from the expansion for Nemesis. And it makes me a bit sad that this had to be done. I wish it could have been done differently.
What would you have done different then, if you have the opportunity to work in it? What would you have?
John's onto something.
Oh,
John's onto something.
like-
When I've been wandering around thinking about this, I would actually rather. Some people may have made a few alliances cards so that they can be used in the regular game, possibly. Now that is essentially what I'm talking about, buddy. That is exactly what I'm talking about. That's good design thinking. Can we just use the cards which were actually introduced in alliances, or the Talisman Nemesis, which can also be used just by a bit of text? Can we do that? I think we can.
Yeah.
So that's an annoyance. Again, like I said, I'm gonna have to keep on caveating all of this. Like, I actually do like this expansion. I've played it like once. I've read it through. I do like it. So if I go off on one, it is basically me just being me. And I'm going to try and bring as much information about this Nemesis to you. So if you haven't obtained it yet, or you're waiting to obtain it, you're going to hit the ground running, or you're probably going to make a choice to probably purchase it, because I really can't see any reason why you wouldn't want to purchase this expansion, to be fair. You get the extra, you get all these really cool miniatures, and you get this this new ending, this Fey Dragon ending, and that new character, the Huntress. It's just it's a no-brainer that you're going to get it. Now, but can this, it's your tabletop house rules, keep them all. Yeah, dude, honestly, it's true. You can do whatever the hell you like.
In the physical version, absolutely, it's your territory. When it comes to the digital version, we are going to be stuck with the rulings as is, unfortunately. There's not going to be any changes we can do for that.
Yeah. I plan to run 2 copies of the game. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. Which obviously isn't for everybody. One copy with everything in, exactly, and 1 copy with vanilla game, which can be separated easy. That's exactly what I was thinking about doing. And they're cheap at the moment, John. They're actually cheap. They're the knockdown prices at the moment, Talisman. And I was actually thinking about just buying the knockdown. I'd literally just buying the vanilla game again.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, you heard it here first. Right. And also, another interesting thing, if you do that, John, you can then have, instead of only having 2 or 3 dragons, you can have 6 dragons in your pack if you want. You could do a full dragon. You could do a full digital kind of card stacking deck versions. You can go crazy.
So do you remember when 5th edition first came out and we discovered that in digital version, you could change the decks? Now, I made a comment months ago saying, why have they not explored the idea of, rather than you having to buy another base pack in order to like get more cards to try and do something akin to that in the physical game, why not sell the adventure cards as extra optional packs to add even more, you know?
Yeah. Dude, we're all vibing this evening.
Yeah.
I thought booster packs. Just literally
booster packs, just get more of the same cards for a particular base game or expansion.
And John's saying like this is where digital edition wins hands down. It wins because you can stack the deck in a slightly different. You can buy a whole bunch of hex spells if you want. Bloody screw it, just do it.
John says the same thing. I don't like the idea of having to tweak decks before a game. It's not like you play multiple games in a sitting. But the thing is, the setup, Glenn's got all the 4th edition expansions. I'm sure, obviously, John, you've got them, and you've got probably the older stuff as well. Imagine someone comes to you and says, oh, I really want to play a game of Talisman with all the expansions enabled in physical, in person, right? That's going to be a nightmare to set up. And then what's even worse is when you have to pack it all up. Because I think, Glenn, you still haven't organised your 4th edition deck properly.
Mate, I can't bring myself to it. And actually, weirdly, when I played Talisman Nemesis for the first time, when it came to clear up, I looked at that and I just got this feeling of dread of having to separate all those bloody cards out again.
It's going to take hours. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish there was a better way of doing it. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
All
my rice is in decks, not separated by expansion. Ah, okay. So that's that. I mean, I'm assuming that helps. In there. Yeah.
Yeah. And Play It for Tradition is my buddy back in high school had 1.75 copies of 2nd edition made for way too much gold and crazy adventure deck. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love it. It's a big game. It is a big game, John. That's the reason why I bloody love it, man. Honestly, this is not a side adventure, a side quest of a game. This is a main event. Always has been. Yeah. Right. Okay. So setup of the game. What can we learn from this? So basically, there is a very similar kind of. If you think in Alliances, there was a you take a certain amount of cards out and you break it down. You stick certain cards in. Certain villain cards on the top deck and certain villain cards on the bottom. Talisman Nemesis has a very similar kind of setup. But in this instance, and this is going to blow your mind because you'll be thinking, what the fuck just happened here? When the 63 adventure cards that you have remaining from the vanilla set, the base set, you shuffle them and you draw off 10. That's all you do. Draw off 10 cards. And then you add to them a whole bunch of new cards. Firstly, 1 talisman. Because I think they must have realized during playtesting is if you accidentally shuffle most of the free talismans into the bottom of the deck, you will never effing see them. So you take 1 of those talismans and you shuffle it into that top 10. And also 5 additional cards, which are given to you by Talisman Nemesis called Trial Rush cards. It's a shit name for a card. I have to say, it makes no bloody sense, but this is integral, or it really, really makes the first few rounds, or at least maybe the first 5 rounds of the game, really move a little bit more swiftly and a little bit more slick. Yeah, no worries, Play It for Tradition. We're here doing this. I only hope that people really, really appreciate it and don't get too pissed off that I'm telling you all of the secrets about the game at the moment. I hope bloody I don't get swatted by Hasbro either, so that would be naughty of them.
Why do I hear sirens?
Right, you shuffle those cards together and then you place it literally back on top. So what that means is you have 10 random cards from the adventure deck with the additional 6 cards that you have in there. You got 16 cards intentionally. That means that this is a top heavy deck which is meant to specifically do something to move the game along. My design head is going, yeah, there's something wrong with what you just done there. You're doing this because you have no choice, no alternative. But actually, when you understand what these rush cards, these trial rush cards are, which I will explain in a moment what they are, then you'll understand why they did what they did. It means it's just more setup time. John, Play It for Tradition, George, it is just basically more setup time. And also it just asks more questions. Now, after you do all that, you cut the deck roughly in half.
Okay.
And then you take the final encounter, which is basically game over cards, and put it in the middle. Which essentially means that all of the cards underneath that are now never going to play any part in the game whatsoever.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, I know it's confusing, right?
There's a certain
Suddenly,
point where you just...
So you have...
That's it.
Yeah. You have almost 80 cards, which is being split down to 40 cards is your game now. That's your game. So and the top 16 cards, we kind of know a lot about.
Right.
It's weird, isn't it?
So basically the adventure deck is cut right down. The fat's been trimmed right down.
But you don't know what's been trimmed. It's random fat being trimmed. It could be all the objects. It could be all of the events. Actually, to be honest with you, it could be all the events, because I'm telling you, in the setup, most of the events are removed. There's hardly any events anymore.
Right, so it's actually the randomness from events, at least, is reduced to naught, pretty much.
Play it for tradition. Replay values go up or no. I would say the replay value in this is different groups and different setups and different characters. So different trials. There's 3 different trials. Totally a nightmare to set up physically and pick up afterwards. It is a total nightmare. However, we have similar situations with the 4th edition as well, not as harsh as what this is. But you've got to understand what these guys and girls are doing at Avalon Hill. They are trying to create a brand new experience. This is what they came up with. This is what their best minds did. I have to say, they could have maybe scratched under the surface a little bit harder, maybe got the grips with making this, but they're trying think about what it is they're trying to do here. They're trying to make a game, an expansion, which has elements which can be added to the base vanilla game, which can then be used in perpetuity to play again and again and again and again. This is one of the most difficult tasks known to board designing man and woman, to be honest with you.
Basically designing like almost near unlimited replay value for a board game is very tough. Yeah, and it's the same with games in general, just video games.
To be fair, it is done perfectly in 4th edition. I have to say, the way they do it in 4th edition is done perfectly fine. Okay, right, you do have the small box expansions, which you do have to, drag cards out every now and again. If you don't want to play the Firelands, for crying out loud, you have to drag those bloody cards out. Right, you have no alternative. You've got to do it. This is the reason why my Fireland cards are not in my deck. I've never played my physical version of Firelands because it drive me bonkers. So this is clever design. This is clever design. George. But we still have to deal with the fallout of being able to set the game up, break it down, turn it into another game if we want to play with a different bunch of people next time. So there is replayability in it, play it for tradition, but in a very different way, I would say.
John says I can see that it's putting more emphasis on questing.
It is. Yeah, they're trying to create more narrative, which and story, which we're all about. We love that. So I get why they're doing it. Sometimes I'm just a little bit annoyed that maybe we could have found a better way, but I don't know. Right. Okay. Place the center board. Don't worry about it. Right. Here's another little thing. Okay. Right. Again, this is going to be nitpicky. Oh my god! I hope this bloody thing doesn't go on for hours and hours and hours. But to be honest with you, there's so much to talk about. Dude, Zodz, there's so much to bloody talk about this expansion. It really blows my mind. Some of the stuff, that choices that they made. But there's reasons, and I have to believe there's reasons. Right. There is. Okay, I'll get the card out. Screw it. Oh, no, actually, shall I get the card out? Oh, yeah, I'll fish the card out.
Folks, do you want to see the cards? Shall we have a look at the cards, folks? I reckon so. Let's
I mean, the artwork is still pretty darn good. I mean, we do like the artwork on this. I'm hoping we can. Can you get that?
Yeah. I see that. Yeah, pathway.
Yeah. Get that? It's a place. Yeah.
Yes, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let's see the cards. Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Right. So, as part of the setup, this pathway card gets placed on the plain space next to the caverns.
Okay.
And you're like, okay. It's a place card. It has the back for the the adventure deck. So
yeah.
I'm guessing that this card can be just inserted into the adventure deck at some point, which kind of makes sense. Like maybe you might want to use that for a vanilla game. What does it do? It is basically a magical portal. It is roll 1 dice and see where you emerge. Okay? You don't get an option. You may roll a dice. You have to roll a freaking dice. Where does it send you? Every single one of these points is in the middle region. It's the Grave Knight, the Cursed Glade, the Oasis, the Hidden Valley, the Castle, the Temple. And it's right next to the caverns.
Oh.
And you're like, why did you do that? Why did you make that card? I mean, like, I'm guessing that card they wanted to put into the adventure deck. That's the way they do it. But, like, if you didn't want to do that, surely you would have just made a cover for the caverns and turned the caverns into the new halfway place, right? If you want players to get into the middle region fast, we're using the pathway card, then why not just stick it on the caverns in the first place? Why do you have to make a new... Why do you have to reduce or restrict the ability to be able to pick up cards in one space or double up the amount of space? It's a little bit weird to me. The only reason I can think for doing this was to get this card into the adventure deck for other games. Maybe that is the thought process. I wish I could talk to the designers and work that out. It might have been laziness.
Because otherwise it's just like, well, that's one card in your subtracted deck, which is now there for this purpose. But that could have been a card for a new creature, a new event, something else. Yeah, John, you're right. More house rulings. That's what's coming in. Okay. So, during setup, you decide who's going to be a nemesis, and then you choose your heroes. Now, it does mean that you can choose heroes from the vanilla base set. Obviously, that's what you do. But that does include all the alliances. So, yeah, the game that I played, we had a centaur in there, which was funny as hell. It really, really was. Watching that centaur crashing around, shooting up villains all over the place. You love centaur.
I really do. Yeah.
He wants to marry that centaur. Yeah.
Right. Talisman is an easy house rule game. Yep, absolutely, George. Talisman, more house rules, the better. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone's house ruling. Yeah. Right. All of the characters that you played, all of the players and their characters, they add their fate together as a fate pool. You don't minus any off. So, like in Alliances, you have all of the fate, and then you minus, one for every character? So essentially, if you had the 9 fate, you would minus 3 if there's 3 players, right? In this game, you just add them all together. You have this huge pool of fate. It's a combined share. Okay, cool. And all characters start on the tavern space at the beginning of the game, which I thought was quite cute. I like that. That's a quite nice little idea. Right. And now we're getting into some of the more interesting parts of what Nemesis is. You also shuffle up a deck of cards called a boon deck.
And it gives you boons.
They are boons.
Yeah.
Okay, the whole idea, the whole narrative behind this game is that you're being employed or charged with the quest of the hunt or the call of the hunt, Nemesis, the call of the hunt, by
some Witcher vibes
by the lady of the hunt. And every single round, from the first round after the Nemesis plays, you will be drawing, the group, the hero group will draw 1 boon card per hero -1. This is the back of the card, and these are the fronts. And these are superpowers, and they can only be used on the turn that they're drawn. So if you've got 3 players, you draw 2 boon cards and you distribute them between them. So at any one point in time, there's always at least 2 in a 3-player game, 2 of you who have a boon. And these boons, they're like, think of them like spells, but they have a lot of permanent kind of things. Like, for example, I'm going to put this out. This is something which, some of these is just like gain a gold, boring, fine, whatever. Some of them just gain a fate, boring, fine, whatever. Some of them add 2 to your craft or 2 to your strength for this 1 turn, boring, whatever, it's fine. It's fine, it works. These are situational boons inside of the game, but some of them do some crazy shit.
One of them lets you win the game. Yay!
I'm just kind of like looking at trying to find the one. One of them just says straight up, you may play this card at the start of your turn before you move, gain a strength. Boom. Gain a strength. Boom. Gain a craft.
Sorry, what?
Literally.
Gain a strength.
Literally. Yeah, you literally just play it on your turn, you just gain a strength or gain a craft.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty powerful.
That's pretty cool.
Right. It's pretty cool. You're like, but this is added to your normal character's special abilities, the spells, and now you've got boons on top.
That's John says these are just quest rewards from the last edition.
Quest rewards?
Yeah, the quest reward cards. Remember?
You mean in the Warlock's Cave?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it probably has a similar vibe, but you're getting these for doing nothing. Every single turn, as soon as the Nemesis player has finished their turn, you draw one card per player -1, and you distribute them. So these things come out thick and fast, constantly. You're not having to do anything for them. They're boons offered to you by the Lady of the Hunt. Okay. So that's a big thing. That's a big change, a big departure away from the main set of rules, in a way.
Pretty self-explanatory, as John said.
Yeah, absolutely. But you got to be asking yourself, wow, is this game so hard that these players and these characters need that? Well, the answer is probably yes.
Probably yes.
Because I've played it and I've seen how difficult it can be. Right. Now, here is probably one of my favorite bits about the new expansion, which I don't know how many of you guys know about this, because I didn't know shit about this until I got the game in front of me. What you also do is every hero gets to choose a companion. It's like a follower, a rhino, a unicorn, a reindeer, a tusk gore. Very, very cool. Very cool artwork for these things.
Yeah, look at the art on that.
Saber-toothed tiger and a firemane.
Oh,
right. Let me just keep it on. Let me keep it on a firemane for now. Let me just show you this.
Oh,
every single character gets a companion, and they level up. This is what I was talking about, the leveling up. You start at level 1, you level up to level 2, you level up to level 2.
Oh, man.
Level 3, you get some seriously shit-hot powers. I'll explain the firemane one just to give you a little bit of an idea. I'll tell you how you get these, how you level up. You start off at level 1 on the firemane. When you roll in the city for the Enchantress, you may add 1 or 2 to the dice roll. That's the base power.
Okay.
So first thing you do, if you got this, you get onto the bloody Enchantress and you start making bacon.
You start milking that Enchantress dry.
You milk it. Yeah. Okay, Fireman and Tuskor were enemies in Revision 4. Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
You're right, John. Yeah. So, what happens when you reach level 2? How do you get to level 2? Requirement, all you have to do to level up is visit the castle. In this instance, just visit the castle. Okay? And then, at level 2, you gain 1 fate before every single battle during your turn. As long as it's your turn and you're battling, you literally get a fate.
That's cool.
That's serious.
Oh,
now,
man.
If you know anything about Talisman, if you're here and you're thinking like, and this is your first time playing Talisman, you don't know the limit of what the shit can happen if you do this. Now, transfer this into the Villainer game. Transfer this into some of the expansion sets that we might be seeing very, very soon. Oh my God. Some serious craziness is now about to happen.
You get a fate before you start a battle. Yeah. That is so cool.
Right.
That's amazing.
And to get to level 3, all you have to do is own a talisman.
So you just get to the castle and own a talisman.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but if you have a talisman before you get to the castle, then you still don't get to level 3. You got to get to the castle first.
Castle first,
Then you get to level 3. What do you get on level 3? Add 2 to your strength and 1 to your craft immediately. Boom, just like that.
Ooh.
Saber-tooth tiger, add 3 to your strength. Boom, just like that. Tuskor, when you roll a 4, 5, or 6 on a dice roll for movement, gain a strength.
Stop it! No!
Add 3 to your craft.
You gain the
Unicorn,
strength.
check this one out. Check this mofo out.
Okay.
Your maximum number of spells is now 6. Draw 6 spell cards.
Fuck off.
These are serious. Seriously powerful.
6 spells!
Cool. Yeah.
Right, I'm getting that unicorn. Glenn, reserve that unicorn for me, please.
You're heading off, are you? Oh, dude, you're heading off. Oh, nice one.
Okay. Well, we'll see you in 4th edition when we next time we get on the service there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's quite the benefit. Oh, I mean, roll a what was it? No, the spell one. 6 spells. What am I doing? 2. 6 spells. You get double your max spell slots.
I'll see you out there. We'll play some games together, mate. Honestly, it'll be cool. Thanks for joining us. It's really, really nice to see.
Player Tradition said, did the Big O have Talisman on her show? Strength for you, craft for her, boost for everybody.
Yeah. These are huge deals.
So does this include the Nemesis characters? So all the characters have access to the companions and whatnot. Is that right? Is that the idea?
Yeah, every player who has a character, not the Nemesis. Nemesis is
not the Nemesis. Okay.
Altogether. Yeah.
Right.
I'll explain a little bit more about the Nemesis in a little bit. I think we might have to take a break, get a beer in.
I want to get beer in. I'm sure you folks want to get some pints in as well.
Let me see. Take a trial card. We're now about to go on to what the Nemesis is and what the Nemesis has as a result, as a counterpoint to what these characters are, because you're probably thinking, how effing powerful are these characters? These characters are fucking gonna steamroller everything I throw at them, right? But the Nemesis also has their powers. I think this is the reason why there was a power proliferation in this game of Talisman, of Nemesis, this expansion. Because the Nemesis character has a whole host of incredible kind of strategic and tactical action cards, which can be used to absolutely disassemble most characters, especially when they're least expecting it. Believe you me, the characters need these.
So they're going to need those companions in order to deal with the Nemesis, pretty much, is what you're saying.
Yeah. My experience in my play game, I saw that happen and play out in real time. Yeah.
Okay, it sounds quite foreboding. This Nemesis sounds like quite the dangerous character. Sounds of it.
Very. Yep.
Man.
Shall we take a break?
I think that,
get a drink.
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute comfort break, folks. So as mentioned, get your drinks at the bar. Get your points in. Because we're about to delve into some proper Nemesis, or the Nemesis.
Yeah, the Nemesis. We're now about to talk
namesake.
Yeah. So now we know a little bit about the characters and the players. There's not much else to really say about them, apart from my experiences with it, and how much of a challenge it is to be them, and what it is you need to really do. I can talk to you about strategies which I thought about before the game, and also strategies which played out during the game by two very good players of board games, and they did some really crazy stuff. So yeah, this is what I'm most excited about. But the Nemesis part is going to be another situation where it's going to blow your minds as to why this is such a different expansion from Avalon Hill.
Well, I'm very much looking forward to it. I don't know about you folks, but in any case, let's get our drinks in first. So We'll see you in, let's say 5 minutes, folks. We'll see you in a moozy. Don't miss it.
See you in a moment.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm back again. I'm the real nemesis, folks. I'm the real nemesis of Talisman Nemesis.
And I'm the hero, the only
Oh,
hero.
no. Oh, shit. He's shooting his web. He's shooting his jump. Oh, it's disgusting.
Whatever, mate. It's clean. It's clean webbing. I washed it just the other day.
You absolute. Oh, you whatever. Oh, I've got some words. I can't say them because YouTube. I'm screaming.
Anyway, happy Halloween, everybody. Obviously, it happens tomorrow or wherever it happens in your part of the world, whatever. But yeah, we're the Talisman Tavern. The bar is still open. Please head off to the bar, order yourself a drink. Would be great to see you out there. Tell us what you're drinking this evening and what you're looking forward to. If you have any questions about Talisman Nemesis, specifically Talisman Nemesis would be great. Talisman anything or Bathrobe Boys anything, but Talisman Nemesis would be great. And we are going to be going through the next part of our opening of this new expansion to you, so you can understand a little bit more about what it means to us as well. To be honest with you, we're big fans of Talisman, obviously, and we know all of you guys and girls are as well. So we're going to be dealing with that, learning through experience playing the games and also answering your questions. So yeah. I'm going to get rid of this mask now.
Spider-Man.
I'm suffocating and I can't see anything.
Sorry, Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I see your phone. Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Red. I see your phone.
There we go. We're back.
Pick up your phone.
Yeah.
Pick up your phone, Glenn. Get up. I need to tell you something.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
Pick it up. Put it against your ear. Your phone. What? Your phone. What? Put it up against your ear.
What? Okay, I'll pull it up against my ear.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes. What's up?
We've got Nick in the house. Mr. Nitty Joel himself.
Go, Nick.
The big man. Yeah, we've been working hard, Nick. We've been working hard, opening up all of the secrets for Talisman Nemesis. Right now, where we are, where's Dookie? Yeah, where we are right now is we're now about to deep dive into the Nemesis player of the Talisman Nemesis expansion. And we're going to explain a little bit more about kind of what it is or how it is, how you should be expecting to play this character, what to expect when you open up your expansion for the first time, so you can hopefully hit the ground running, understand a little bit more about the rules. And while we're doing that, after we're doing that, we'll explain some of the nuances between the base game alliances and Nemesis. And Mr. Lindol, Nick, aka Seek That Hashem on Discord. We know who you are.
Cheers.
Once we've done that, then we'll get a little bit into the, like I said, the nuances of the game, talking about the adversaries, the villains. Then we, maybe in about half an hour, hopefully we'll get through that in about half an hour. Then we might have to make a very, very, very short break again, because at that point afterwards, we are going deep into spoiler territory. We're going to be opening up boxes. We're going to be talking about the extras, the extra stuff. You know, the stuff that you only know by opening up and going and on the box and going deep into it. We're going to show the miniatures. And we're going to get you all very excited about that because I've seen them. They are beautiful. We've already seen a few of the miniatures already. We've seen the center board. We can bring that out, by the way, if you haven't seen
we are going to get very
spoilery. Yes, we are, Nick. Yes, we are. Yeah,
very spoilery.
We're getting big spoilery after the next break. So, yeah.
There's a couple of comments in there. I'm on face. Who let these guys out of a loony bin? We let ourselves out. It's what we do. tavern.
We own the loony bin. We are the loony bin.
The tavern is for loony bin.
Yeah. We are.
You've been having your pints in a bin, mate. Ah, how's it feel?
Yeah. Oh, John's going to get off the bed at some point, so that's all good. Yeah, of course it is. It's only 10 o'clock, mate. What you doing, mate? What, you going to turn into a pumpkin or something? John.
Well,
You can stick around for a while.
We'll get through. We'll get through the Nemesis section very shortly.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
Yeah. We'll crash on. We'll crash on into that. To be honest with
Crash
you,
on. I love it.
My mic.
Crash on through.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about the Nemesis as the character. So let's just say you've picked up. He's old. We're all old.
You're young.
You're young at heart, though. So,
Yes.
There you go. Cheers. Anyway, hope let us know what you're all drinking in the chat. Let's talk about the Nemesis character. Okay, so how is it you're going to fight well against these incredibly OP characters that we've just now been talking about with their boons and their companions? Well, the boons that you get are highly situational. So if you don't use them, then they get run out of town, they get removed from you, ready for the next turn or the next round. So you're constantly getting this flow of boons, which means essentially some of these boons are not going to, well, there's always going to be something which helps you, but it might not be the thing that you're looking for, the perfect way of destroying the villain that you're seeing, blah, blah, blah. So even though the boons are powerful, they are also very incredibly situational. Now,
Right.
The companions, they start off reasonably powerful and they become super OP. But to get there, you have to start beating up on some monsters, moving around the board freely and not getting killed by the villains. Now, what as the Nemesis player do you have? Well, to win the game, something which I think we touched upon very early on, to win the game, you have to defeat the main boss. It just so happens in the first trial, it is this creature here.
Look at that.
Is the war pig, whatever it is, war hog, war boar or something. I think it's called a war boar.
The war war.
Yeah.
The boar war.
So, but the big boss monster
I like that one.
starts
Daddy
in the
Pig.
middle. Daddy Pig, yeah, Daddy Pig, is literally invulnerable up until the point that the sacred places have been destroyed. So in the alliances, you have the places of power where you have to bury talismans before you can open up the portal.
Yes.
However, in Nemesis, they have something called, or places called, secret or sacred sites. Right? They're places. They cannot be destroyed. They cannot be removed from the board. Where they are positioned at the beginning of the game, and your the Nemesis character card, which is kind of like this character card here, actually tells you where they go. Okay, this is a little information card that you get as a Nemesis player.
Okay.
Right. So, and you get one of those sacred sites per player, up to the maximum of 4. So you can play against obviously 5, but it's only the maximum of 4 sacred sites. Now, once those sacred sites are removed from the game, destroyed, then the war of Daddy Pig can be killed. Up until that point, he's absolutely invulnerable. That means he has, and I'll tell you, he has 9 strength and 8 craft, 2 lives, and 1 fate per hero character playing. Yes.
Wow.
So, pretty tough monster. So that's what you're up against. So the idea of the heroes is you need to destroy those sacred sites very quickly.
Okay.
You might be asking yourself then, how do you destroy them? In the alliances, you would just bury a talisman and you do the thing. In Nemesis, you choose strength or craft when you land on it. It's basically a place. It's like you would normally do if it was a place in vanilla base game Talisman. You'll land on a space. If it happens to be a sacred site as set out by the rules, then you can interact with it. You can encounter it. You choose a strength or craft, and then you roll 1 dice and add your strength or craft. Now, if that strength and craft plus your dice roll equals 9 or more, you destroy it. That's it. It's destroyed. It's removed from the game. That's it.
So hang on. So let's say, for example, you land on, say, something powerful, like, I don't know, what kind of cards can I think of? Demon would be, because that's a craft 10, right?
Yeah.
Demon. So if you roll 9 or more, or for that attack roll, and it succeeds, then you just destroy it, basically.
Yeah. And if you fail, you don't lose a life. But they are positions over the board. There are, if you're playing 3 characters, there are, 3 heroes, there are 3. If you're playing 4, there are 4. Or 5, there are 4.
Because that's what I'm trying to understand. If you roll 9 or more for your attack, so regardless of even if the demon, let's say, got what above you.
Oh no. These are places, dude. These are places. So literally.
Oh right, okay.
These are not monsters. These are not enemies. These are places. So it's like you go into any place and you roll a dice to see what the enchant. Say I don't know, what the portal, the teleporting portal does. The combat is against the place.
Okay, that's what I was supposed to. Yeah.
So you have to organize yourself, get round and start doing that, pretty much. It is the Nemesis. The Sacred Sites don't get an attack roll. Yeah, you're right. Cheers, Nick. So the idea, the Nemesis player has to basically harry you and cause you damage and keep on removing and debuffing you as much as they possibly can. They're there to be an annoyance so that they can get their adversary, which happens to be Daddy Pig in this instance, this big old massive Daddy Pig, to come out and start literally ripping the crap through the characters. Yep. That is generally what the Nemesis player needs to do. I mean, you could do lots of other things. You can kind of come up with good ideas and strategies, but I would say this is the baseline here. This is what you're trying to do. So once those sacred sites are gone, then you can actually start taking lives off of Daddy Pig. Right. Okay. So, cool. Fine. So how do you actually win the game? Well, you kill Daddy Pig. That's how you do it. You get rid of the sacred sites. There's a few ways you can also do that. Do this as well. You can. What you can do is you can race towards the center of the board, which is the hunting grounds. And if you reach the very center, even if the adversary, Daddy Pig, is not there, and all of the sacred sites are being destroyed, the adversary is immediately teleported to your space, and then you initiate the game, the end of game combat. Yeah. That's the end of game combat. Now, if you beat Daddy Pig, you win. The heroes win. Great. Congratulations. You win the game. If you fail and die, then at this point in the game, your character is out of the game forever, and it then moves to another character who steps up. No, when the game comes to an end like that, then there's no more respawns. It's basically like reaching the Commander Command. No more respawns after that. Now, if you fail, then you move on to the next character. That character has a chance of doing it. If they don't do it, then it moves on to the next one until eventually either the War Pig, Daddy Pig, is dead, or Daddy Pig survives and beats up all of the heroes.
Okay.
The other way the game can end, if you remember that card that we placed in the middle of the deck? Here it is. The final encounter.
Ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
In the middle of the deck. If at any point in the game that you reach that final encounter card, the game immediately ends, and then it goes into a non-turn structure game where there is, as John has said in the chat, bloodbath. The heroes chooses one character to go into the middle, along with Daddy Pig in this instance, in this trial 1, and then you fight to the death, and you do the same thing that we were just talking about.
Oh, so basically it just literally goes, right, you've ran out of time, now it's time to face off against the Nemesis. Yeah. And all bets are off, pretty much.
Yeah. So now we understand what the end... Right. at the end, let me talk a little bit about the turn structure for the Nemesis player. Because all of the players, all of the heroes, the way that they have their turn structure is exactly the same as normal Talisman game. But when it comes to the Nemesis, they have a number of actions dependent on the number of players. So if they're against 2 players, they get 2 actions. If they're against 3 players, they get 3 actions. And if they're against 4 players, they get 4 actions. And if they're against 5 players, they get 5 actions.
So it's concurrent with a number of players.
Yes.
Their actions.
However, if you're ever, as the Nemesis player, up against 4 or 5 players, you don't just get 4 or 5 actions all in one go. This is where it gets a little bit Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition weird. Because on your main turn, you only get 2 actions, but then you get an additional 2 actions or 3 actions if you've got 5 players after the second player has acted. It's like an intermediate turn.
Oh, so basically it's like you don't get a full turn.
Legendary, it's like a legendary creature action set that you get in Dungeons and Dragons.
But it's not full turn, as in you don't get all of the same kind of. You don't get every option available, but you get a normal turn. Is that
you get all of the options available? You just have a number of actions to fulfill. So if I give, for example, in my 3-player game, the Nemesis character got 3 actions. Mm-hmm. What you spend those 3 actions on is entirely up to you. And here is a list of the available actions. This is what forms the Nemesis character, or the Nemesis turn. You can either play an action card from your hand. Okay, right. So in Nemesis, I'm just going to get these out. I'm just going to show you very quickly. I'm just going to fan these cards out. You have a whole bunch of action cards. You can see them. There's a few of them which are slightly different colors to have. Some of them are purple, and some of them are like browny red. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. I'm with you.
Right. So, in the game of Nemesis, you have a set of what they call standard actions. This applies to every single trial. These are all the same. Also, not all the same as each other. They're the same. They're consistent through all of the trials. Okay. However, every single new trial adversary, in this instance, Daddy Pig, has their own set of actions which are thematic to them and them alone. So Daddy Pig can do things like gore. Daddy Pig can do things like bloodlust and brutal charge.
Hot damn.
Right, so what can you do in your available actions? You can play one of these cards. And these cards do some strange things. For example, you could do things like you could generate a brand new villain, which is one of your kind of minions, like you got in Alliances, which is a super powered kind of like warthoggy war boar kind of, which you move around like a normal villain character. Okay? And you can move towards characters and attack them and do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can create more of them. You can move them. You can move them and attack. You can do things like onslaught, move your adversary, which is your Daddy Pig, from the middle 3 spaces and attack, and then summon more villains. You can do something called breakneck, which is you may move the adversary 5 spaces and then choose to attack. You could do let me see, what was one of my favorite ones that I got here? Oh yeah, gore. You may move your villain character, so basically your normal boar kind of character, which is a little counter which starts on the sacred sites. You can move them without attacking up to 3 spaces. Then all heroes characters in a space occupied by at least one villain loses a life. And then they have to roll another dice and they could lose another life. Yeah. Ooh. There are a whole bunch of really brutal action cards. So one of your actions that you can spend, one of your, say, 3 actions if you've got against 3 heroes, is you can spend one of those cards. you can actually just spend 3 of those cards if you want. That could be just your turn, spending 3 cards, which are quite super powered. Or you could move an adversary 1 space without attacking, which is your daddy pig. Move them slowly towards the middle region to try and get an attack in. Or you can move a villain character up to 3 spaces. You get 1 villain character per sacred site that you start off with. They start on a sacred site, and then during the game, you generate more. You spawn more villain characters, and they all start moving off. And you can move 1 of them up to 3 spaces without attacking. And the final 2 available actions that you can do is you could attack with your adversary or villain character if they are on the space of of a hero. But you can only do that if that is your first action and your only action. So you can literally just do a Hail Mary and attack a hero or whatever heroes happen to be on your space at the start of the movement of that war pig, that daddy pig, and you get to obviously spend some of these cards, potentially. The other one is you could just place a villain character on a sacred site. So essentially you could just spawn a new villain. That's another action. So they're all the actions you get. When you're playing against 3 heroes, you get 3 of those actions, and you can see how they stack and become very powerful. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So at the end of your turn, you immediately draw another one of these cards to add to your hand, where you have a hand of a maximum of 8. So at any one point in time, you normally have, in my experience, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 of these cards to play with. Yep. Which is pretty cool. You draw 1 card, by the way, if your adversary is in the inner region. You can draw 2 cards at the end of your turn if they're in the middle or if they're in the outer region.
This is insane.
Yeah. It is. But that is essentially what the Nemesis does. They're looking to spend those action cards, and they're looking to get their armies out as fast as they possibly can. Now, I played the Nemesis character when I played the game, and when I read the rules, I was like, holy moly, I need to get my daddy pig out of the center region as fast as possibly can, because if I can get them out, I have so many cool cards I can literally storm. There are cards which allows me to storm a hero. If I beat them, I immediately move to another hero and do the same again, and I could do that 3 times in a row.
What? So you can just be like, yeah, you lose the life, yeah, you lose the
literally,
life, yeah, you lose the life.
Bam, bam, bam. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Which is quite exciting. Which actually is something which I do love about this expansion as a Nemesis character, the player, sorry. You do have options, and you can create really, really cool situations to do that.
That's great. You know what? That is something which I'm glad that they're exploring from the sounds of it, because Glenn, we've had conversations about Talisman. A lot of the complaints from people who are not so keen on Talisman in terms of as a game system is that, you know, the RNG aspect of it is a real kind of, what would you say, pushback. It's a real factor that pushes people away from the game, from playing it end on end, because they don't have control over the situations. They feel like, oh, shit just happens, and then, oh, I just die. Okay, well, whatever. You know, I just won't play this game again.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're exploring ideas that try and give more agency to players, in that they can create, that they have more opportunities to create scenarios. They can set things up. Yeah.
Yeah. So the game that I played with two players who, even though they've played Talisman in the past, they've actually played 5th edition with me in the past. They're not big Talisman aficionados, or even though they do own quite a lot of Talisman box sets, they own it because it's part of board gaming history, and they're very big on their board games. They actually don't really like Talisman much by way of being a board game. However, the feedback I got from them, which is something which is really important to me, was, holy shit, I feel like I'm in control now. I feel like I have a certain level of control here now. Especially, and they said, I really want to play the Nemesis character. They're like, that sounds really fun.
So
and with these boons that you get, go on.
So basically that agency, correct me if I'm wrong, Glenn, that agency is all because of those abilities, all because of those actions that they can use.
The boons and the action cards, yeah.
Right. So what if the base Talisman game, the base characters and whatnot, what if you made a modification which gave them an action during their turn? What if you had something similar, but
like
not nowhere near as powerful for Nemesis, of course, because Nemesis is meant to be a tier above each of the other players. But for the base game, a character gets one ability or one action they can use in some kind of way, similar to how the Nemesis can apply it. You know,
kind of like the boon, which is a situational. Unfortunately, another random element, which always helps, but the level of helpfulness depends on your situation. That's what the boon really, really does. The companions are what I'm really mostly interested in from the Nemesis expansion for the characters, the heroes. Sorry. So I want to play. I want to play with companions in a standard game.
Standard game.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had companions and then you have the ability for each character to have an action, and you have either character-specific actions or you have a bunch of general actions which characters can pick during the course of the game.
Yeah, you could do that. You could turn everybody into a Nemesis type character, but that is a very different game. We are talking a very, very, very different game.
Yeah.
The fact that you have one player who happens to be the Nemesis in this new expansion has that the ability to control large numbers of villains and a big boss and all kinds of other craziness just by playing cards and using actions, I think is enough in a way to really, really bring down some of the randomness to the game. Some of it.
Right. Oh, yeah. George said Dungeon Master. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit like Dungeon Master. I can see like how new expansion sets could maybe take that kind of line towards it, and this is the beginning of that maybe. Yeah, dude. But I have to say, George, I would not be happy having to set up my game every single bloody time for a new setup. It would become a Dungeon Master's responsibility, and even though don't worry about it, I spent many years being a Dungeon Master, and I loved it, and I threw myself into it. The responsibility and the amount of time that goes into it was huge, and I don't want that from some of my board games. And in fact, part of the reason why I like Talisman is because I don't have to think about that. And in fact, actually, Talisman was designed as a substitute for Dungeons and Dragons anyway, originally.
Hilariously, right? And now you've got Nemesis,
the Dungeon Master.
And now you've got Nemesis, which is bringing back elements of D&D, but just, changing the concept of how that's applied.
Yeah.
It's quite funny in a way.
But I'm not knocking it. It still works for me. Really, really happy. Yeah, really, really happy with what I've seen so far. But now I think, thank you to everybody who's been sticking around. And welcome to anyone new who's happened across the Talisman Tavern. Go get yourself a drink.
Yes.
Hello there.
Get yourself a point.
Yeah, we've been going since past. We've been going for 2 hours. We've been
2 hours. Yeah, quite decent. Yeah, quite a decent amount of time.
We had a mask break, and we've got ourselves through the generalities of the brand new expansion, Talisman Nemesis. We've talked about the heroes. We've talked about the Nemesis character, and we're now about to slide on to basically what we would call kind of like the small other tiny little bits which you might be interested in, especially if you're planning on playing this game and you're looking for a good, quick, well, this is not quick, this is bloody 2 hours long. Who's going to want to listen to this? No matter read the bloody rule book. But we're going to tell you, or I'm going to tell you a little bit more about some of the extra rules which you need to know about in Nemesis, which I'm hoping might elicit some questions from you in chat, maybe some damnation, maybe some love, big hearts and stuff. We'll
maybe
find
some
out.
normalcy, maybe just some like neither love nor hate, just neutral opinions. Or anything in between. Yeah.
Before I crack on and crash on with the next bit that I want to talk about, are there any questions coming from chat?
Any questions?
How about you, LordZodz? Have you got any other questions yourself?
So, okay, I've got a couple of questions. First of all, where's my goddamn copy of Nemesis?
Yeah.
That's the first question.
I think that's a lot of people in the UK are saying that right now.
Second question. So, it's not okay. How do I want to word this?
Monday.
Yeah, Monday. Where's my money? That's my second question. Avalon, what's going on? What's going on? No, but what I was going to ask is, so the whole time I've been hearing these rules and the whole use your words. No, I use my actions, John. That's what I do. Here's my question, Glenn. No, okay, so
punch people out.
God damn it. My training force gone now, but what I was going to ask is, the whole time I've been hearing about the idea of a nemesis and how it works, and then also in terms of the characters as well, I couldn't help but think or feel, because again, another concept that we talked about, maybe briefly, I can't quite remember. We got quite drunk the last time we talked about it, but the last time we talked about it, we explored the idea of like a team deathmatch sort of version of Talisman, right? So this feels like that team deathmatch, except one person is the supervillain and everyone else is fighting that supervillain. What if you had a game of Talisman what would it look like if you had a game of Talisman which was like, you have two teams. You have a team of 2 or 3 players and another team of 2 or 3 players. And they're all on the same board.
Can do it. We did that with alliances, didn't we? It was easy. It was easy to do with alliances rule set. 2 teams, 2 against 2 or 3 against 3.
Oh, here we go. George has just said they can add more cooperative mode endings to the game. Many players don't like to be competitive at playing co-op. Instead, yeah, absolutely. We, in fact, George, we played with a couple YouTubers who are way, way bigger than us in terms of subs and viewers, but we played with a few people who are much more of the ilk of, they like playing games where they actually get to cooperate with people and work towards a goal, essentially. And Talisman was one of those games where...
Talking about Dad's gaming addiction, aren't you?
That was one of the channels that we did play with, yeah. And their main gripe was that, they don't really sort of like games like Talisman because of how competitive and how kind of like, in your face it can be. And also the RNG aspect, that's another reason. But those are like the 2 big things that kind of pushed him away from the game in his review, which you can go check out on his channel. And then when Alliances came out, Glenn and I had a conversation thinking, because we knew that he would do a review in it, and we were thinking, this might change his mind. This might change his mind in it. We watched that review. I think, did he have a worse opinion of Alliances?
Yeah, he had a worse opinion of Alliances, which was really crazy to us. Yeah. We didn't really understand it. Yeah. But that's everybody. Yeah, everybody sees these things very, very differently. I think ultimately he was kind of getting. He did actually say he was getting caught up in our enthusiasm for the game. They just wanted to play with us. They thought it was fun. But that actually is not that surprising, because you don't look. The Talisman's a good game, but you don't want to be stuck playing 3 or 4 hours with a bunch of people you don't want to bloody play with, right? I'd rather spend a nice, healthy kind of 2-hour game with a bunch of people who are fun. They know how to have fun. They're not too gripey, and they just want to, they just want to tell a story. It's all about the crack. John, absolutely.
It's about the crack.
And the only person who gets to gripe and groan is me. That's what I do. That's my job. Shitbags. That's me. I do that.
My job is to push Glenn's buttons so that he gets into that state. There we go.
Everybody loves pushing my buttons, John.
It's good fun. It's great fun. It honestly is brilliant. Yeah, but Glenn also knows how to push mine. He's very good at that. Very, very good at that.
Yeah.
What was it saying? John also said it'd be easy enough to have us versus Vimka versus Barra versus. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. I think, to be honest, you could probably. I'm sure people have homebrewed something like that, ages ago, in earlier editions of the game, some kind of team deathmatch sort of vibe.
The watershed is well and truly drowned, mate. It's gone.
Yeah. Marvel Champions theme is so successful because of this acceptable theme, of course. Okay. Marvel Champ, I'm assuming that's some kind of... because I'm not aware of that.
No. Marvel Champions is essentially you have a bunch of heroes, I think, mostly. I don't know if it's swapped over to be villains, but where you basically go... I think it's a card drafting game where you go against the villain. So basically, say... I don't know, the Avengers going against Thanos or something like that.
Oh, I see. Okay. It's the same
and one
concept.
player plays Thanos. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm with you now. Okay. Oh, I've not heard of that game.
I've never played it, but I've heard it is incredible, and I know a lot of people love it. Yeah.
Working together against the villain is sometimes quite intriguing. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're playing against... If you've got a bunch of new players playing against a Talisman Pro player who's the Nemesis, that's going to be... Well, that might scare some people away. They might think, well, fuck this. It's great. Yeah, it's unfair.
You can be horrible. Yeah. You can be horrible. Yeah. As the Nemesis player, I decided to take it a little bit easy, but I shouldn't have done that. Because in my game, the Nemesis lost. And I'll explain a few reasons why. And that's something which I was worried about when I first started formulating my own strategies. I was worried about certain things happening at certain points in time, and they all happened in the way that I preordained them to be. And that's what brought about my failure, which was actually, I was like, oh my God, I was going to kill you all. But yeah, no, it was, unfortunately, that just didn't happen. But it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I was a little bit shell-shocked at the end going, how the hell did that happen? But yeah, it happened. Right. Okay. Ancient Beasts gave you this kind of feeling. Yes, it did. It did, actually. I think they've taken a lot of... Like I think they must have looked at Ancient Beasts in 4th edition to kind of work out... Like,
it's a popular expansion. People like playing it. But I can't get around it because of the fact that you've got the standard ending, and then you've got the beasts are in play. You got to deal with that, and then you got to deal with the whatever ending you picked. So, that kind of stifles Ancient Beasts for me. But yeah, sorry, you were going to say that.
Yeah, now I'm going to crack on with some of the other nuances, the things that you guys and girls really need to know if you're picking up this expansion. So, like I said, you can hit the ground running. So when you pick up the actual rulebook, some of the stuff that I'm now about to say to you will be ringing in your head and telling you, yeah, I've already read it 3 times. I know what I'm talking about. I've talked about a few people, and it's going to help you in your understanding and get you playing the game faster, which is all I want to see. I want to see you getting this game out, playing with a bunch of people who played Talisman before, playing with people who have never played Talisman before, because this Nemesis definitely leans towards that. Just like Alliances, it leans towards newbies, people who have not played before. I was worried that it didn't do that. In fact, I had several kind of running conversations on Discord with Nick about this. My feelings were it didn't look like it was headed that way, but after playing it, I kind of had a little bit of a change of heart. So, let's talk about some of the nuances. Firstly, cooperation. Yes, this is basic like the Alliances. If you know the Alliances, it's very, very similar to that. You can use your fate to land on your other hero characters, and you can trade items. Okay? When you use fate, you use a pool of fate, which is generated between all of you. During the game, it actually specifically says that if you ever get the situation where it tells you to replenish your fate, which obviously would mean replenish your whole group of fate, You do not do that. All you do is add 1 fate, even if it says replenish fate. But if your fate is below your starting level, say of 9, say it's like on 6 or something, you add 2. And it actually explains that. It's a little bit naughty, these little details, but they're probably needed. What else do you need to know? Fate is... Do you know what... okay, right. I would like to say it's kind of advanced talisman turn of complexity. There are lots of beginner players that start this with them. Then, yeah, dude, Nick, a first-time player is not going to play the Nemesis character. It just won't happen. It will fall apart. I can see it happening. There's too much information you need to hold in your head as the Nemesis player. And as George is saying, you have to be kind of like the games master of that game.
You need to know the fundamentals of Talisman first and have some experience of it.
Yeah, and I had to read this like 2 or 3 times, to be honest with you, before I felt really confident that I wanted to knock this game out and not make any mistakes. So, encountering another hero character, we understand that. Heroes fight together, just the same as in alliances. If your character is on a villain space or an enemy space, an animal space, or even an adversary space, and another character comes in and lands on you, which you can do either by rolling to land on it or by using fate points to literally just land on that space using the 5th edition mechanic. You can combine your strength or your craft, if you happen to be that kind of character, to fight, which means that 2 or 3 characters playing and working well together will wipe the floor with a bad Nemesis player. Glenn will be cursed to playing. Yeah. I'm going to play the Nemesis character until I win at one game. I should have won the first game I played, but I was being a little bit kid glovey about it, and I shouldn't have been so easy on them. They were too good for me, and they screwed me over. So yeah, that was just the way it went, this one. But I do know beginner games who start off with games like Arkham Horror, which is far more complex game. Yeah, true. But you kind of are introduced to the rules in small little slices, kind of like the story opens on that game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
This one, you have to know these really naughty little kind of complex little changes. Yeah. So, right. One big change, which was surprising to me, something you guys and girls need to know, is on your turn, instead of rolling a dice, you can do something called Move Zero, where you don't move as a character.
Ooh.
But you can only do it under 2 circumstances. And that is if you either have a villain or an adversary on the starting spot and you attack them as your turn. So you can't just encounter the same bloody place or whatever it happens to be. Yep. You are there, literally, you are holding your ground, hoping to be a villain, hoping to be an adversary, maybe losing lives and stalling them in hopes that another character come in and save you and literally just kick the shit out of it.
Okay, so
very
it's a bit
nice
like,
little...
Yeah, it's a bit like you land an adversary, they're too powerful for you, so you wait around until someone else can get to you. You combine your strength to beat the villain adversary.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other big thing, obviously, like we deal with character death in 5th edition, is a little bit of... It's not really character death, it's just basically a respawn event. It's not a respawning event in Nemesis. It's a harsh character death in Nemesis. Or actually, no, it's a hybrid, I would say, between the harsh and the 5th edition kind of nullified kind of like respawning event. What happens is you remove your figure from the board, and something which happens, which I'm actually quite interested in. I don't really understand why it happens, but it is right. The Nemesis player collects your character card like a head, like it's hunted a head, which I think is quite cool. Now, I don't know what that means because there's nothing in the game. Reading through anything, it matters nothing about picking up that card. But for some reason, it says the Nemesis player collects your character card. There's something bloodthirsty and brutal about that, isn't it? Yeah.
Your character tries to shred your character sheet and melt your character plate.
yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Do you know what's so funny about that? If they had sold, like the idea we talked about earlier this stream, if they had sold like the extra kind of like booster packs, like that give you more figurines, more cards, that could absolutely be a monetization model that they could have used.
Nick's asked a really, really good question. Do you think choose 0 requires a spend fate to move? No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that. No. Basically, you just choose 0. You choose to move 0, or is it a free standard option? It's a free standard option, mate. Yeah. And I, in my game, the heroes did do that. They did actually do that because they had a boon which allowed them to attack my villain with huge amounts of strength. They failed, but it was a bloody good move and it was a good shot. I liked it. Right. Interestingly, by the way, that happened in the desert. Now, the sacred site is a place which is in the desert on the Daddy Pig Trial 1. One of those sacred sites goes into the desert. Now, sometimes there's a villain on there, and we all know if you encounter a villain, you don't encounter the space because you're just counting the character, so you don't encounter the desert. But if you encounter the place, the sacred site, you do encounter the desert. That means you do lose a life. So if you're on that space and they use your move 0, what that means is you can only do that if you encounter the villain or an adversary which is on there, which means you do not encounter the desert and you do not lose another life. Just something I'd throw out there.
You can't stay put in the desert, and if you're on a villain or adversary, you don't lose the life.
Exactly. Yep.
Exactly. Could you imagine if they done it the other way?
Oh yeah. They could have just. Well, the thing is, if they said that you move 0 and you can encounter the space as normally, then that would throw up all kinds of shit rulings. Yeah. Really bad house rulings, which is going to come out of it. There's so many different cards which would interact with that so badly. For example, the stream of strength. You get the stream of strength in the desert. It's like shit, man. Seriously, you're just going to sit there and lose lives. Yeah. Now, that's quite annoying if that was to happen. But anyway. So, character death. You discard all your trophies. You discard all your spell cards. There you go. Okay. You discard all your strength and your craft bonuses. So, that is the departure away from the 5th edition base set. Is what happens is you don't keep your strength. You don't keep your extra craft that you've earned. You literally discard all of them. Yep. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. Have we lagged or something on the live stream?
Oh, hang on. What's going on? Yeah, it looks like it's... Hang on. Are we good? No, it is updating, but it is... Yeah, you're right. There's some kind of weird lag going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of lag, mate. Can all you guys and girls see us? There's only a few people watching.
The thing is, our connection's fine. So it's not an internet thing. What's going on? Yeah, it's gone blank.
It's gone blank. Yeah, I've seen it. It's gone blank.
Okay, let's try refreshing this. Hang on.
Yeah, you refresh yours, and we'll see what happens.
Excellent. Yeah, YouTube's reporting excellent connection.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent connection on my end. So it is doing fine.
Okay. Yeah, it lagged out. Yeah, John said it lagged out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that might be a YouTube thing because Glenn and I are fine on my end, and the YouTube is saying it's excellent connection, even though it was lagging. So I think it must have been something that happened to YouTube.
It's come back.
Okay.
It's slightly come back. It's John said we're a little bit blurry, a little bit pixelated, probably.
Yeah, that will resolve itself, I believe.
No, it could be because no, it's cool. It's looking good. Actually, do you know what? I'll take that back. It's I can see that we're actually doing okay. Yeah.
Close that.
Back with better pick. There you go. Cool. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So
Nice.
I want to make sure that we all get this because ultimately there's going to be some of you Talisman fans who have who are looking for rulings. Maybe you haven't built up yet to play an in real life game with your friends and family, and you're still a little bit worried about kind of the rulings. I just wanted to run through these as much as possible because and offload my understanding of them and also how we interacted with them on my game, in hopes that maybe your experience is going to be a lot more smoother than if it was then you were just reading the rule book. Because I know sometimes the wording can be a little bit obtuse. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's a bit obtuse every now and again.
Well,
It's
he's
fine.
just saying it. He's not saying he's bad. He's just saying good. He's just saying it. You know. What he's saying.
I'm just saying stuff. Don't worry about it. We're walking here, and
He's talking here.
Okay, we're talking about character death. So basically, you lose all your strength and craft. You keep your companion, and you can keep your companion at its power level. Fine. Okay, so that's not a problem. So you select a new character. You follow the general steps that you would normally do, but then at the very when it becomes your turn again and you place your character, you can place a character on one or two spaces, either the tavern or the space which your character normally starts off at. So you get a choice of two spaces, and you get an additional strength and craft counter on your character immediately.
Okay. Strength and craft.
Yes. So if you the elf, you start off with 4 strength and I think 5 craft.
Mm-hmm.
That's intense. Which
That
is actually what happened during the game that I played. An elf stepped in the middle of the freaking game. That particular player did nothing with their character. The huntress, by the way, I destroyed the huntress in my game. I literally ripped her apart on the desert, and then they came back in with the elf with 4 strength and 5 craft, which was, it hurt me. It hurt me inside. Yep.
God damn. This game's designed to last this time, not bad. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So George, my game lasted an hour and a half. I will before we take our little mini break, which is probably going to be coming up very, very soon. I will explain a little bit about the game that I played and about how it went, and also about some real surprising things that happened, which still I'm a little bit about. But turns out, hour and a half game, quite swift game. It didn't look like it was going to last an hour and a half. It did look like it was going to be a 2.5 hour or 3 hour, like, bloody legacy, massive game. But out of nowhere, it changed. And I kind of know why. And it's to do with the design. So, pretty cool.
You'll find out, I assume, after the break. Why that is?
Well, I'm not going to go into any spoiler. I'm just going to talk about my experience of it. To be honest with you, I don't mind talking about that more towards the end when we're chilling out a little bit. I think we've talked about the ends. Basically, it's a fight to the death. There's nothing really else to say about that. Encountering villains and adversaries is very similar rule sets as what the alliances is. So, for example, if you choose to land on a space which has 2 villains, then the Nemesis character can choose to use 1 or 2 of them. They choose. However, if they fail to be able to beat you as a hero, they will lose both of them, and both of them will be trophies for you. So they have to make a choice, a tactical choice, an immediate choice to decide whether they think that is worthwhile going full balls to the wall kind of attack. So, which is good, which is massive. It's good. Adversaries don't combine their fighting with villains, as is in the same as alliances. And you can gang up on... you can't cast spells, by the way, on the adversaries. You can't cast spells on, Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig is definitely not... it's not for spell casting. And yeah, do you know what? I think we've got most of that. I think anybody who has played Talisman at least once or twice will understand pretty much most of what we've said. There's a few little fringe rules, which basically, this is something which is quite interesting. There are only, I think, 9 tokens. Oh, let me get one of these tokens out. I mean, it's probably not worth showing you it because it's actually quite boring. I'm a bit bored by this, to be honest with you. These are the villains.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I know. And then 9. There's 9 of them.
But they did.
And there's a little ruling to say that if there's no more left to pull, then you can't pull any more onto the board. Now, but there's an extra minute rule to that, to say if the reason why you cannot obtain those villain cards is because some players are holding onto them for trophies,
right,
then you could take the trophies off of them.
Oh, that's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still would have liked to have seen them put some, artwork on those villain cards like they did with alliances.
Would have loved to have seen some really nice villain. Which actually brings me, I got really upset with at the very, very beginning, started spitting about this. So, adventure deck, and we were talking about this. And also it's really nondescript kind of artwork. I mean, the artwork's great, but it's nothing. It's nothing there. No one cares, right? And I'm like, could you have not? Oh, sorry. Could you have not come up with something better there? I think they could have. Again, I am quibbling. I'm being a bit of a weird, bitchy, moany GlenOneN here when I say these things, but they could have done something better, I think.
Oh, well, cheers, John, for joining the stream.
Cheers, John.
Appreciate it.
You're gonna miss all the spoilers.
Yeah, you can watch the spoilers during Halloween.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, cheers, man. Thanks for turning up. It's amazing. We need to talk a little bit more about kind of this Talisman Realms thing. We have no idea what's going on.
I love what John just said there. I'm sure some enterprising fan will come up with some cast of villains. Yeah.
Probably John.
Probably someone who's on this chat. Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. No, dude, there's a lot of refinements. It needs your touch, your silky touch, mate. Yes.
Yeah. Why are they not employing you, buddy? Jesus. Yeah. Much love.
Well, yeah. Won't keep you any longer, mate. Take care. See you soon.
Yeah. See you, John.
But yeah, should we have a little 5-minute recess? Get our pints filled up. Because even though there's a few little other minute little things, you guys and girls, when you pick up this expansion, when you do that, you will, if you've watched this video with us, and it's been quite long, so thank you very much for sticking around. And in fact, if you haven't stuck around, if you're watching this for the first time, thank you very much. Welcome to the Talisman Tavern. Hey, we got beer, we got everything. Hopefully, even if the graphics was a little bit pixelated at some point, the sounds would be still quite perfect. Yeah, we're going to blame that on YouTube. I think we're actually fine.
Yep. You are going to get a head start that you absolutely need with this game, to be honest with you. If you're planning on playing it with your friends and your family, this is going to give you everything you need. Once you read this this rule book, everything's to be clearer. But also absolutely feel free to get on our Discord and ask us questions, especially me, because obviously Zodz is going to get his version on Monday, probably Monday. He's going to be he's going to be doing this all the way through, like I was over the last few days, over the last week. And yeah, I might even be able to get. I think I might even be able to get a little sneaky game in tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how it goes. Learn a little bit more about it. It'd be quite cool. But yeah, we're going to take a break. Is that right? And then we're going to go into spoilers. Mass
spoilers. And
you're going to see all the new miniatures and the new cards.
Nice. Let's do it. But before we do it, let's take a recess before we do it. Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I like the way I worded that.
With your glasses.
We'll see you in about 5 minutes, folks. See you in a bit.
Do it. Do it.
See ya. Hello, we are back. I've got my pint.
Hello.
Got a pint.
Yeah, we got a drink.
Oh, it's nice. It's good. So yeah, that is, folks, that is Nemesis. Glenn has made a very thorough explanation of the rulings, the new character, how all the characters function as a team, the hero ones and the Nemesis character. I think all that is left to do now is to see, well, the big spoilery surprises that are in the box.
Yeah, big spoilers. So there are 2 boxes. They're not really. I wouldn't call them sealed boxes. They're just boxes. They've got no seals on them. But yeah, as you can see, they've got some really, really cool bits of artwork on there. I'm trying to work out what I mean, but actually, I do know what that one. I'm pretty certain I know what that one means because I've been looking in the box. So there you go. That's the box, and I've taken the contents out. Okay, you might have seen a little flash of stuff there. Okay, cool. Well, what are we getting?
What do we get in the box?
Here's in the new trial, we get a brand new adversary, which is kind of like a lizardy, dragony creature, which is called the Kingbreaker.
What is that?
And the Kingbreaker has Strength 9, Craft 10, 2 lives, 1 fate per hero character +1. So we got a little bit of an extra level up. It's called the Scaled King. That's what this is. Do you want to have a look at the...
Let's see it.
Let's
see the miniature.
Are you all here in chat? Do you want to have a look at the miniature?
Do you want to check it out? Should we check it out, the miniature? You know, you want to see it?
Like...
Look at that.
Yeah, painting that is going to be fun.
That is crazy.
Can you get...
Can you get the focus on it? I think that's the best focus you're going to get, mate.
It could get better, honestly.
It could, but it may not.
Yeah,
it may not do anything.
Yeah. So that is the miniature we get it. It's a lovely miniature, but it's a little bit less kind of imposing, I would say, even than the boar, the daddy pig. What does this new adversary bring? Well, it brings new lizard villains. New lizard villains are here with Strength 3 and Craft 5.
Look at that.
As you can see, so I haven't popped these out yet because we haven't done that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it brings a new mechanic called Venom, which is basically poisoning.
Oh shit! Poison.
Yeah,
is now a thing.
Yeah,
in
you can be
Talisman.
poisoned. Yeah, exactly. And if you remember in the last adversary, the Daddy Pig, it had some adversary or kind of boss-specific action cards, and this guy has a whole bunch of them too. And they are brutal, and they're and some of these cards actually bring about a permanent death of characters.
What?
So using Venom, it's actually quite brutal. Yeah. So it's called and we also get a brand new magical object.
Golden Blade.
Golden Blade. Yeah. Which just adds 2 to your strength. But if you ever roll 1 during combat, it automatically fails. Basically, sorry. If you roll during battle, you discard this card, so you lose it. It gets discarded, which is not great.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nick says my crew opened that box last week. They were handed the poison tokens. Reminds me of how they handled the mechanics of spawnlings in Hero Quest Jungles. Yeah, I have got Jungles of Delphi. I haven't opened that box yet though. I just haven't opened it. Yeah. Right. So the really cool thematic thing about this Trial 2, apart from the fact that you get a brand new, really, really cool miniature, and you get some really, really cool, brutal actions. you get this little thing, which I'm just going to show you this. So you can see like these counters. You can see all these 5 counters.
Yeah.
One for each player. Okay, there's a bark. It kind of looks like tree bark, yeah?
Yeah.
On the opposite sides, they all look the same apart from one's got an X.
Oh, wait,
Yeah?
hang on. Is this some kind of gambling thing? Is that what it says?
Sort of. It's a kind of like almost like a hidden traitory thing. What happens is if there are, say, 3 players, you take 3 of these and one of them has to be the X, and you take them, you shuffle them up and you pass them out to the characters. Now, the characters, they look at those little counters and they can share it with each other. So basically they know what each other are. 2 of them are going to be null in 3-player and one of them is going to be the X. The scaled king wins by killing the person with the X. So they have to protect that person while he comes for them.
What?
Yeah.
We're now getting social deception in Talisman?
We're getting a little bit of deception.
Fuck?
Yeah. A little bit.
Oh my god. I never would have imagined that. A social deception mechanic in a game like Talisman. That's crazy.
Yeah. So they basically just they created a new magical item. They added it. So this is even though this is spoilery, obviously this is spoiler territory. So if you haven't opened up, you don't really understand it. You probably haven't seen much of this online. We're going to do this because basically you're here now. Trial 1 Nemesis must kill 3 heroes. Trial 2 Nemesis must kill 1 hidden, randomly selected hero. Absolutely, that's what we just said, Nick. So it is 1 hero just needs to be killed, and the trial ends. Just happens to be the one who has the X.
What was it? Mr. Lindahl said that they wonder if Hero Quest development is also inspiring Talisman development. You know what? I think the same company. I wouldn't be surprised if both games have been run by the same designers, same team. I wouldn't be surprised if it's overlap. There definitely seems to be some kind of overlap in the new 5th edition.
Yep. And it doesn't, even though this is spoiler, it doesn't feel that spoilery.
No.
It like, yeah. So, do we want to see Trial 3?
What do you reckon, chat? Want to see Trial 3? I think I want to see Trial 3. I know that for sure.
Should we see Trial 3? We know the senior game designer is both Doug. Is Doug Hopkins? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dougie. I'm
Dougie.
out. Bye. He doesn't want to see.
Okay, you don't want to see it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Go.
No. Yeah, stay.
Quick. We'll wait for you to leave.
We'll
wait for you to leave because actually, even though I've opened this box and had a look in, yeah. Cheers, Nick. Thanks for joining us, man. It was really, really cool to see you. I'll see you. We'll see you on Discord, no doubt, and maybe get a game with you at some point if you're ever about. Digital, obviously, because it's going to be a little bit difficult because this fella lives in the Americas. So, yeah.
The Americanos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So, we have a pack of cards. So hopefully they're all cleared out, and I haven't opened them up yet. I haven't really, and I want to open them up now. To be honest with you, so let's do that.
That's it.
Should we? Yeah. Okay.
It says show it all.
Shall we talk about the adversary, the boss monster in this one, because it's interesting.
Okay. Is it you, Glenn? Did you go to Avalon Hill's office and be like, put me in the game?
We got it open.
Oh yeah.
Bathrobe boys. No, it is the lady of the hunt, the person who gave you the mission in the first place.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
After defeating the second trial, she turns on you and tries to kill you.
Why? We did a quest. What the
I've
hell,
read
man?
the description for it. I think that's something you guys and girls who own the game should read yourself. And I have to say, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. But it's fine. Because the final trial is absolutely a shitstorm. Okay. So,
like, in a good way
the
or
Lady
bad
of the
way?
Hunt. Well, shall I show the miniature? Because this is basically the best miniature of the entire game.
Okay, let's
It's
have a look.
fucking amazing. Okay.
Oh, that's a beauty. Is she on a dire wolf?
She's on a giant direwolf.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, this is the best figure ever devised. Apart from the dragon figure in 3rd edition. For the dragon expansion, of course.
That looks seriously cool.
Yeah. Is fucking amazing, mate. This figure is fucking amazing. Yeah. Really nice.
That's
it
going
looks
to be amazing
beautiful.
to paint. If you know how to paint
Yeah.
those miniatures.
Yeah. All in this, of course, I just need to get this out as well, because like you get this whole caddy kind of it. You also get a new toad.
Yeah,
A unicorn toad.
Unitoad.
Unitoad. Yeah, there you go.
That-
For your
so that-
game.
So that is their main reward that they're rolling out for all their new expansions.
Oh, there you go.
So has it
Got
got
my face
hair?
and
It's got
everything.
hair in the
Cool.
back. It's got a mane.
It's got a mohawk. Yeah, it's got a mane. Yeah,
Hardcore toad.
it's cool.
Goes
it's
to those
cool.
acid, bloody acid raves. 90s acid kind of shit.
Yep. So, shall we learn a little bit about this lady and what she can and what she can't do? What
Let me
makes
guess. She
her
can't
so...
walk, so she uses a dire wolf as a disability animal to help her travel around.
Well, she has strength of 7 and strength of craft of 7. Strength of 7, craft of 7. So she's actually less powerful than the other adversaries. But she has 3 lives, which means she's more live. But she has more fate. She has 1 fate per hero plus 2. She can't take any damage until obviously the sacred sites have been destroyed. When you attack as the Lady of Hunt, you may fire your bolt at a character up to 3 spaces away, which is basically like the centaur. In the
So
same
she's a
reason,
centaur.
resolve in battle. Yeah. So she basically is a evil centaur. Her villains are really badly underpowered, actually. They're 3/3.
What?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
does that make sense?
But before a wolf villain attacks, you may move another wolf villain character to the space occupied by the attacking wolf villain. So these things hunt in packs. So you actually have 3/3, you have 6/6. If you have enough wolves, this is seriously damaging. Okay? Right, what else do you need to know? Well, you don't get boons anymore. Because the boons are given to you by the Lady of the Hunt. And if she's trying to kill you, she doesn't give you any boons anymore. So now you have to fight the Nemesis character with all this brutal stuff. Hey, get real, 2977. Yeah, cool, man. You're just coming in literally at the
things
end
are
of kind of
get
like...
real. Things are getting real.
They are getting seriously real. Yeah. And they're...
Spoilers, by the way. We are covering the final trial of the new Nemesis expansion. So just warning, spoilers ahead. Just so you're aware. Yeah.
And 2 of the other objects that you get is the Amulet of the Warrior and the Amulet of the Wisp. There you go. Looking quite nice there. The Amulet of the Wisp is just like the Wisp character. If you roll a 5 or 6 on your movement, you gain a fate. And the Amulet of the Warrior, when you roll during battle to determine your attack score, roll 1 additional dice and take the higher roll. So pretty cool stuff.
That is good stuff.
But you don't get any boons. Nemesis expansion. Yeah,
get
new one for
real.
the 5th edition. Yeah.
Oh, you don't know? Okay, he's supposed to see us stuff at this hour. Yeah, I mean, we stream pretty late sometimes. Yeah, Nemesis has just come out. A couple of places have had it for about 2 weeks. People here in the UK, we're gonna expect the official release in a couple of days' time. But Glenn has been lucky enough to get his hands on it pretty early, and
accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally. It just happened to fall in front of him when he was walking one day, and he's like, "Oh, nice, cool." And he just took it. So, yeah.
Well, I paid, but I didn't steal it. Honestly, I'm just not like that.
Yeah, he dropped his money on the floor before taking it. Of course, yeah.
Yeah. No sleeves included. They are needed. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, you're right. There are no baggies for this stuff, and there's no sleeves. They're not included. So, if you want to talk about kind of like, situations within like obtaining a board game or an expansion, and they don't have enough baggies or enough bags and enough sleeves, then yeah, this is definitely going to be a bad situation, because we have to add these cards essentially to we have to keep these cards with the box of the expansion, only adding these cards to the base game when we need to play this expansion. Which actually brings us around to quite a lot of the other criticisms for the expansions themselves, is that we have to do quite a lot of administration, which is a shame. But again, it would have needed a very different way of thinking about expansions for these designers to do that. Yeah, we're talking about the physical edition, buddy. Yeah. Absolutely, this is the physical edition, because the digital edition, this is not out. It is not out.
Not yet.
Yeah. So we covered all of the spoilery kind of expansion stuff. I am going to show this figure again.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that is so cool. I love it.
Shall I get the? I'll get the elf out again for comparison size.
Yeah. Bring the elf out. Absolutely.
It's gonna blow your mind. Honestly, you're gonna be like, because like it looks big. It looks big, but it actually is big.
Look at that. That thing is gonna dominate the board.
Yeah, it dominates the board. Yeah. That's a cool looking Wolf Rider figure. Yeah, that's the Lady of the Hunt. So that is the character that gives your players the first few quests, the first few trials, but then turns on you. Munch the elf, and turns on you at the end to try and kill you. Yeah, and it is an amazing figure. I do like this expansion. I'm on board with it. I think it's cool. So I was
going to say, folks. So I've pre-ordered mine. Mine is yet to arrive. I knew nothing about this expansion until Glenn here has been kind enough to explain everything. He's read it 100 million times over and over again until his brain just become Talisman itself. So yeah, he shared all the goody details on it. There is actually, midway through the stream, he does point out some some really cool, nifty strategies and tactics and features of the expansion that you can use to help speed up the games.
So interestingly, in Alliances, it took me and Zods playing it digitally to kind of work out some really nifty little attack strategies, to dealing with it. Lady of the Hunt resembles Lady of the Lake, maybe. Oh, you mean from Arthurian?
Oh, no, Lady of the Lake from Witcher 3.
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't know.
You don't know that?
I know Lady of the Lake from Camelot and King Arthur.
It's the same sort of concept, but in the Witcher universe. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So in the Alliances, we were able to work out some really, really quite funny little strategies and tactics to kind of build on alliances with people. And that's the reason why we liked it, actually. We got to play it, and we got to play some really weird characters. We deliberately played really bad characters to see if we could still win using it. Now, a Nemesis has that same capacity for players and the Nemesis player to work out naughty little kind of naughty ways of doing things. Now, I will now talk to you guys and girls about the game that I played, which was which kind of played out the way that I thought it would, but unfortunately I got caught out with a couple of bad dice rolls literally at the end, which caused my fall down. Now, as a player, as a hero, because it's actually quite it kind of it's a little bit overawing. It's like it's overbearing about what it is you are supposed to do. You're supposed to kill the main figure, but you can't kill the main figure because the sacred sites are still alive and non-destroyed. But you also have to protect yourself against the villains and stuff like that. There's a whole host of things that you have to worry about, and also you have to build up your strength and your craft. How are you going to do that with this shit going on at the same time? It's actually quite confusing. Even a good player of Talisman would be like looking at going like, what am I going to do? Right, so I distilled what it is generally what you have to do as a hero. You have to destroy those sacred sites fast. Kill them dead as fast as you possibly can. Because what you do not want, what will destroy you and absolutely always end in your destruction, is the daddy pig or the adversary coming out of the middle section of the board where they're still invulnerable to your attacks, cannot be touched, and laying waste to you. Because what does it mean when it lays waste to you? Well, you do respawn as a new character, and you respawn with additional strength and craft, but it never gets any more than that. If they get you on the back foot, where you cannot avoid them, and they keep on hacking into you with these cards and these action cards, you will never survive those 40 cards, which you have to do. You will, by the time it gets to the end card, which forces you into combat, individually, not ganged up on, individually with the adversary, you are dead. You are gonzo. You are history. Okay? So your plan has to be kill the sacred sites as fast as you bloody well can. Yeah. Because when that adversary comes barreling out of the center region, which they will do, you want to be able to, if you get lucky and strike a lucky shot on them, you want to take a life off them. You have to take a life off them. So there you go. Your second job as a hero, level up your companions as fast as you effing can, because they are powerful. They are really powerful when you get up to the second and third levels. If you have that, and you have killed the sacred sites before the daddy pig, the adversary, gets out of the middle, you have a chance of winning. Anything else, no chance.
Oh, I missed playing the physical edition, but without other players, it's impossible for me, I'm afraid. Well, you have got the digital version of Talisman. It's available through Steam. The Nemesis will be coming out for that version of the game very, very soon, we hope. Probably in the next few weeks.
Get real. Have we as Zodz or me played with you, Get Real? On the your service.
What's your nomad name? What's your profile name in Talisman?
Yeah, because me and Zodz are on the Euro servers. Me specifically on the Euro servers a lot. So yeah, I play it a lot on the digital version. And I record videos for this channel, Talisman Tavern. And yeah, it's all good fun. So yeah, let us know if you have a name out there.
Yeah, because your name will be different, obviously, on there compared to YouTube. George says there's digital versions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's why they exist. And in fact, actually, in some ways, the digital version is better. So what I mean by that is you have the ability to adjust your decks, your adventure decks, into so you can configure it to however you want. In fact, actually, on the channel here, we have a video that's coming out very soon, which is meant to be like a Halloween-esque episode, with 2 players that we played with before, Shrub and Slinky. And to give you some slight spoilers, we modified the deck to include some more spooky sort of gothic creatures, if you will, in the deck. So, like all your spirits and whatnot.
Bit us on us ass royally.
Yeah, it did. And if you know Talisman, you'll probably see it within the first 10 minutes why that's the case, and figure out the rest of the game from there. But otherwise, we won't say anything else about it. Just enjoy the video when it eventually comes out, which will be in the next few days, hopefully. Digital ID? You forgot? No. So your name that's on, like whatever you use to play Talisman. So. Yeah. Question about he's got a question. Question about the digital 5th edition soundtrack. Will it expand down the road when more expansions come out of new tracks?
Oh, bloody hell. That would be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be cool.
Oh my God, that would be cool.
Unfortunately...
They haven't done that. Alliances has come out and they haven't done that.
They haven't done that. They haven't done that with 4th edition. 4th edition has been out for a very long time, and they haven't done that at all. They have Matthias Westland make the music for the base game, and then that's basically it. They haven't updated it since.
They didn't update it for the Reaper. They didn't update it for the Frost March. They are now working on the Dungeon and the City Core Live expansions digitally for the 5th edition, and God knows if they're working on that. But one would probably say maybe not. That is actually a do you know what? Get real. I will suggest that to Tom, one of the main guys, because I actually think that's a really bloody good idea.
I agree. I 100% agree. Me being a enjoyer of kind of like soundtrack albums in general. The one problem is that obviously having an artist create some music for you for a game, it's going to cost some money.
It's expensive.
It is. It can be expensive. Yeah. It can be very expensive, and unfortunately, that may not be on the cards with Avalon Hill Nomad. So, that's the trouble, unfortunately. And plus licensing too. That's the other problem with music is licensing is a bitch when it comes to that industry. So, or can be a bitch. It can be quite simple, but not really much more to be said. It's unlikely, basically, is the point. So as much as we would love to see it, I guess fans of the community who are artists would probably have to create their own music, and then we can just play that in videos, and that's the best we can hope for, really. So So, getting back to the third thing you could do to help yourself as a hero in this game, and it is very, very much related to how you can help yourself on the Alliances adventure, which is try not to draw many cards. Try not to draw more adventure cards than you necessarily need, because while you're attacking the deck, that 40 card, roughly about 35-40 cards, which you can potentially go through quite easily, you're getting closer and closer to that final card, which is going to force you into a final showdown, which is always a 1v1 showdown. You do not want that 1v1 showdown. You want the ability to be able to gang up with your compatriots, and your companions to take down the evil villain, the boss monster, which is what happened in my game. So I got pushed back by one of the boon cards that they had really early in the game. I moved about 4 spaces around the middle, and they pushed me back 3 in one shot, setting me back 3 spaces, which was huge. Now, I had to get out of there quick. I've worked out how to get out there, but it was a little bit too late. When I come crashing out, I had 1, maybe 2 turns to absolutely ruin them, and they were there for the taking. Unfortunately, I rolled badly on 3 attack rolls, very, very quick succession, and it caused me not to take the lives from them that I needed to do. And then they ganged up on me, they 2-upped on me, and destroyed me. And that happened really quickly. And that happens that happens in the space of about 10 minutes of play. So the game for about an hour and 20 minutes was me literally lacquering and shitting on them
And then out of nowhere, the wizard and the elf in this particular group just went up about 3 or 4 strength and craft points out of nowhere, and then became a real fighter. They started destroying everything they could across. And when I came bawling out, they could not beat me 1-on-1, but they could beat me 2-on-1. And they did, as a result. So my timing was bad, but I had no choice. And in fact, actually, I talked to them at the end of the game and said, you know what? I was considering going back to where I started and waiting for you and fighting you 1-on-1 and letting you come to me and using my villains to kind of wear you down a little bit, to try and really push you off a little bit and hope to God that maybe I can just fight you 1-on-1 and fuck you up. But that didn't happen. So there's a beautiful little balance here, which I didn't realize until I played the game, which I couldn't see while I was reading the rule. It was good. Honestly, it was a classically fun little ending. So yeah, it's a good expansion. If you do own the physical expansion, you just put it on your shelf and you're not playing it. I feel for you. I feel really, really bad for you as well that you can't get it out because you haven't got the friends close enough to be able to play it. You don't have the time. You don't have the family who are old enough to be able to play with it. That kind of stuff. All the stuff us board gamers always experience on a week-to-week, month-to-month, year-to-year basis. But this genuinely is, if you do have a group of players, this is something you can get out and you can play with them and you can have fun with.
Yeah.
It is worth the money.
Well, it not only just that as well, but again, as we mentioned, the digital edition is going to come out of Nemesis is going to come out very soon. We hope, from Nomad Games, and at the Talisman Tavern here, we have been in talks recently of kind of expanding. I don't know how many of you folks know. Oh, hang on. Get real. People are just too busy to make enough dough to pay the bills these days, bro. Yeah. Look, yeah. I mean, as you know,
do you know what I like about that comment?
Go on.
Can I just something? Do you know what I like about that comment?
Go on.
Get Real's name actually adds to that sentence.
Get so real, cool. Guys. Get real, earn man. Your money. Come on, priorities, man. What's going on? Why are you playing? Why are you hosting a Talisman live stream? Earn some money. Get real. The thing is, we've been trying so hard for Avalon Hill to pay us for what we do.
Oh man.
We're jesting. We're joking. No, we don't have any communications with Avalon Hill. This is all our own shit, basically. But what I was gonna say, it has a real
megaphone.
But what I was going to say is the digital edition exists, and thank God it exists as well. So you can play with people online. At the Talisman Tavern, we've been in talks. We are going to start on our Discord server, which we do have. We'll send the links towards the end of the stream. But on our Discord, we're going to start opening up a new channel on that server, which is going to allow people to connect directly and play games of Talisman together through our Talisman Tavern. We have used other servers to kind of help organize that, but we've realized recently that actually is, now that it's kind of growing, the community is growing to a point where we're kind of like, actually, it makes more sense to kind of have that on our server. We're going to start making steps towards doing that. So keep an eye out for that.
We have to. Yeah, we have to do that, LordZodz, man. Honestly, it's. I know we talked about it, but it has to happen because it feels like we're all in a little bit slow motion kind of soup at the moment. Like we've been captured by a gelatinous cube and nothing's bloody happening. And we kind of when we first started out a Discord channel, we just wanted to be about what it is that we did on our live streams and our recordings, and us, the Bathroom Boys, Zodiac, and me, GlenOneN. And we figured that was the best way of being able to reach out and to kind of to help a community find themselves and find each other. We figured we might as well stick to our strengths. And we reached out to other Discord channels to find games to play, like late at night on Saturdays, Fridays, whatever it happened to be. And we're just noticing that it's becoming just a little bit more sporadic. We have between a whole bunch of the Discord channels that we know, including ourselves, together, we probably have maybe 200, 300 together.
Something like that. Yeah, we have a lot of
Talisman players
in the community.
Yeah, we should be able to find a game any day of the week. Yeah. The fact that we can't do that sometimes, which is quite annoying, it is kind of it's horrible. It shouldn't ever exist. We want to make sure that this is going to become I think this is going to become a little bit of a priority now for us. I think we're going to try and create a situation where if you want to find a game, you should be able to find a game. And we want to facilitate that as much as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
Because I bloody want to play a game on a Tuesday evening when I'm feeling a little bit down. I just want to tan the shit out of one of you. I'd love that. That's great.
He wants to nemesis the fuck out of you guys. That's what he wants to do. He wants to be your nemesis on a Tuesday evening. Yeah, that's.
I can't wait. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm with Get Real. I can't wait for the DLC, the Nemesis, to come out, so I can literally just fuck around with that a little bit. That'd be great.
Do you think, Glenn? That's a good question because we've seen Sneaky Glenn. Sneaky Glenn. Absolutely. Everyone knows it. With 5th edition, we've seen a real struggle with public games. Like on 4th edition, you can easily find at least 1 or 2 games active most times of the day. But on 5th edition, ever since launch, it's been about nearly a year now since launch. Still, just a struggle to see any game on the public servers. But we have recently, seen maybe one as of recently.
We're gonna do that for 5th edition. We're gonna make it happen for 5th edition. We are gonna do it. We're gonna beg.
Do you think this DLC is gonna help with that?
Keys from Nomads. What, this one, dude? This one would be good. Yeah. I can see so many cool stuff coming from it. Like they're planning on doing the dungeon in the city as well. Yeah. So all they have to do is release one of them, and it's just going to crack open a new audience. Yeah. And I think we can. I think we can handle it from our end. I think we can push people more towards those kinds of games, especially like the city. Forgive me, you guys and girls are so horny for this effing city expansion in 4th edition.
Glenn hates the city now because you guys love the city.
Yeah, you love it, I hate it, and that's basically the way. You guys used to hate the.
Funny thing is, before Glenn really hit the Euro servers like proper hard, you actually love the city expansion. I think everyone's demand for it has made you hate it.
Well, because I've seen so many really city farming strategies which annoy the crap out of me and spoil the game so often. It's more spoilery than it is actually useful. Look, if you let somebody farm the city, then they win the game. It's very simple. If you don't let them farm the city, then you're wasting your game and changing the way you play just to stop them from farming the city. I'm like, just stop farming the city, buddy.
Let's crack it open then.
Kevin!
Kevin! What a perfect time to join, mate. That's amazing.
You absolute shitbag.
Welcome, Kevin. Just to kind of catch you up and anyone else who's new to the stream, we've been talking about Nemesis, the new expansion, the whole evening. Glenn's got his copy quite early through various means, but basically he's read through the rules a couple of times and has been explaining the whole expansion. There's some really cool stuff. So this whole live stream is going to cover it. It will be on the channel once the live stream ends, so you can always go back and watch it all if you need to. Yeah.
We'll try and divide it up so that people can kind of flip between the two. It's going to be difficult, but ultimately what we would really like you just to watch everything, drop everything you're doing, stop earning money, stop spending time with your family.
We do earn money. Like Talisman. Come on.
We do.
Play Talisman. Come on, he's me with
Listen to us.
I will go on social housing and benefits.
I'll sell a kidney, dude.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Get real.
Just so I can make another thumbnail for your stupid videos.
Just so Glenn could be a nemesis for another 10 players online. Get Real says, I came so late to the stream. From the very little bit I caught in that short time, seems to be that this Nemesis DLC is quite different from what I know so far. That is an understatement. This is very, very different from how they've been doing other expansions in previous editions.
Yep. Yeah.
This
is different. It's kind of like it's kind of like the making the same moves as Alliances has. Alliances, the thing is, if you weren't at the beginning, one of the big things that we do really love about Alliances is this ability to be able to be introduced to new players, people who normally don't play Talisman. But another one is 4 characters. Son, come on! 4 new characters you can add to the vanilla base set. That's amazing.
That is cool.
Yeah, that is amazing. But the Nemesis set only gives you 1 character, which I was bitching about a lot, by the way. Glenn is going to get banned from the city.
Only the rest of the players allowed to get in. Yeah.
Whatever. And yeah, it's probably going to be right.
You know what he's going to do?
But
you know he's going to rush to the dungeon. If a dungeon's enabled, he's going to rush to the dungeon, toadify the fuck out of the Lord of Darkness, and win the game that way. That's how we do it. He'll be like, "Oh, you want to go? You go to city? I've got other options, mate. I got the woodlands. I got the dungeon. I got the highlands." What?
Yeah.
This is how it will go.
The city.
Yeah.
The city's fun. There's fun in the city. Don't get me wrong. I do take the piss out of it, be honest with you, because everyone seems to be so kind of like I said, horny for it. Is my new word for it. But it annoys me a little bit. But I fell in love a little bit with the woodlands as a result of all this menacing. But we all still love the dungeon and the highlands. The dungeon and the highlands will always be part of my 4th edition games, pretty much. Never gonna leave it alone.
Never gonna give you up.
Legendary.
Never gonna let you down. Never gonna.
Jesus Christ! It's gonna be legendary Highlands. Yeah. But yeah, this has been a really, really good stream, and it's been a great stream, obviously.
It's been a wonderful stream.
We started at 8:30, so we've been going for like 3.5 hours now.
Get Real's asking the real questions. What was the longest Talisman you ever played then? Or I guess to us, to everyone, game. But yeah.
Ooh. So we're talking about 2nd edition here, and we are talking about a whole weekend. So we're kind of like getting together about like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning, playing all the way through to kind of like go to bedtime, 10 o'clock kind of thing, waking up and doing the same thing again. So we are talking over 10 hours. Yeah, 100%.
The longest I've played is, I've never done a whole weekend.
Yeah.
I think the longest I've probably played is when I went to Glenn's to play Game of Talisman with Elliot from the Board Game Club. That took the whole day to do. If I remember correct.
Oh no. It was a whole day.
That was a whole day.
Kevin. So only 1 new hero. Yes, Kevin. 1 new hero. It's a good hero, to be fair. If you get a chance to watch the stream from the beginning, you'll see it. We introduced the character. We talked about it. We talked about how powerful it can be in certain search situations, and also showed the figure. And so 1, which is unfortunately a disappointment. But you do get a new ending. Middle region, which I did actually say a little bit in jest, but I kind of I'm kind of coming around to this thought and this this feeling that the ending is worth probably 2 new characters that you could introduce into the game, because it's a Fey Dragon ending which has all of the inner region spaces rewritten, and the Fey Dragon has fate. So you're fighting against a end of level a boss kind of crown of commands creature which has fate. But not only does it have fate, which hilariously, when it spends that one fate, it can be reinvigorated by other players by spending their fate. So basically, you can just keep on making it really hard for the other players.
Could it? Was it glitch you guys have recently a long live stream? Well, we haven't had an issue for live streams recently. The fact that I was still connected with Glenn on my end, like our chat, because we're using a service to chat to each other. That was fine. It just seemed to be YouTube that had the hiccup. So I'm gonna say that was probably a YouTube thing, rather than.
It feels like a YouTube thing because it was affecting me as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably what it is. It's rare that happens. Most streams have been fine.
Well, because we run a separate little webcam hosting website, which is then obviously kind of utilized for the live stream, and that didn't slow down. That didn't bug out. Nothing wrong with that at all. It went perfectly fine.
Yeah, I didn't.
YouTube was the one that was going.
YouTube was the thing that froze. I didn't freak because we had problems before, but that was because of
maybe we were
my end. But no, we haven't had any issues since.
Well, bandwidth, and maybe we were swearing too much. Maybe we didn't make enough jokes, for certain types of people. I don't know. I don't know what.
Maybe.
I don't know what we did.
Oh, did you ever play Talisman game with every expansion added? How long? Okay, yeah. So we actually, we have played in a 4th edition game with every single expansion turned on. Everyone died within the first 3 rounds. So the game lasted 5 minutes.
Digital one, yeah.
5 minutes.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah. It was quite hilarious. But that's the way. It's random card pulls. It happens that way sometimes. So yeah.
And honestly, when you play with all expansions enabled in 4th edition, there is so much going on. You have no idea what the hell is going. Even veteran Talisman players, I think, would struggle to keep up with what the hell is going on in a game with every single expansion on.
Yeah. And it's getting that point. Now we've got 2 expansions for the 5th edition. God knows what they're going to be doing next. Oh my God, please, Avalon Hill, talk to us. Put us in one of your little
to us. Come on, we have so many cool ideas. I'll tell you one cool little idea.
Yep.
I'll tell you one cool little idea. So I was thinking the other day, hang on, you might even face trouble to meet any other player of all expansions to get lost in. No. You'll be surprised how many people on the public servers want to play with almost every single thing turned on. It's so common.
They always do. Like, why you got no city, bro? Shut up! Get out of my face.
Why you not got the Clockwork Dragon? Why you not got why you not got my shit turned on? It's like
Soul.
Not about your shit. I'm running this game. This is what I want to run. But what's the question? So damn, I lost my train of thought now. What was the question I was trying to ask before? Expansions, right? So as ideas for expansions.
Yeah.
So one of the cool things I thought of recently was we've already talked about this, but what if, because a lot of expansions give you a replacement inner board, like so in the inner region you have a new inner region that you can use. What about
That's a good idea.
You had replacement outer and middle regions as well? Expansions that change the outer regions, that change the inner regions. We do see that with Cataclysm. Cataclysm does change the board, but I want to see like expansion. Like imagine an expansion which just changes the middle region only, or it expands the river, separating the outer and middle region into its own thing, like a sea or river-based expansion. How cool would that be? Like to see adventure cards based around you traversing the water, trying to, like, for example, in the 5th edition they have a ferry. They have a ferryman in the tavern who, you pay him 2 gold, and on your next turn you can travel to the temple. What if you expanded on that idea with, if you had like a river sort of expansion? What if you had like traveling boats that you can, using a raft, hijack to, right? You can basically get halfway there, get onto the boat, and then it takes you to a different part of the board, and you can choose the tile you want to get to.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, we're loving on any kind of ideas on that kind of level. I mean, we've already designed kind of like quite loosely a Talisman Tavern expansion in the corner, which I don't mind kind of just sharing a few little minor details about what it is that we're doing, because ultimately still it's not completely fully fleshed out, but it does mean that we're adding kind of like additional strangers and events and places into the deck, which includes things like what was it? Oh God, what did we do? We the strangers was the Bathrobe Boys essentially. So
That's
they
right.
take over the tavern, and from whenever you go into the tavern, then you can buy arcane brews, and those arcane brews act a bit like potions. But in potions, you can carry them around and use them when you need to. But with the tavern expansion, we were saying, no, you have to drink them there and then.
Yeah.
And then they affect you there, and then they can only really affect you for the next few turns afterwards. So that means that their effect is slightly reduced, but their effects are hugely increased as a result.
Yes.
So we were talking about things like what we can do and that.
How about a Call to Cthulhu expansion for the middle zone? Yeah, literally. There's so many. There's so many ideas. So many ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. Center zone expansions sounds to be like a really, really cool way to go. Really cool.
Replacing the middle region. So from the standard one would be so cool. It would just add a lot of variety and different challenges.
I'll get it out because some of you guys weren't here at the very beginning. I'm going to get it out again, so just so you can see it. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I'm banging the mic at the moment. Sorry. So as part of the new Nemesis expansion, you get the you get the hunting grounds, which is the expansion where you kind of, to be honest with you, it's not a normal kind of middle board, because you can roll dice and still move around it. So you don't move at one space at a time. You actually roll and move. So it's kind of an extension of the middle region. It's a bit naff, I would say. To be honest, I'm not overly impressed with it. However, what I am impressed with is on the opposite side, which is the Feywild middle expansion. So I don't know if you can guys and girls can see that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you are trying to defeat the Fey Dragon, which has a whole host of really, really cool abilities. And you have lots of other different one-stop shop kind of places like you do have normally in the middle region, which are very Fey-wildy kind of... so we have the Siren's Grotto, the Basilisk's Hollow, the Valley of Thistle, the Fey Court, the Meadow of Longing, and the Pixie Ring.
Guys, just say
Amazing.
I love that they, for that, because again in 4th edition, all of the inner board changes were all still kind of like, desolate, desecrated, evil places to traverse in order to get to the ending of the game. Whereas this time they've gone for a Feywild setting, which is more kind of ambiguous, is more kind of like chaotic in its nature. Meadow of Longing. There you go.
There you go. So you can see some artwork there, Get Real.
Look how beautiful that is,
Okay,
by the way.
so-
The artwork there.
It is.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is. I know it is a little bit kind of like dazzling, but yeah, you can see. Look at that, the Fey Court.
Ooh.
Look at that. It's amazing.
The Valley of Thistle rather than the Valley of Fire. That's so that again.
Yeah.
Just like cool creative ideas for like thematic ideas, and that is actually the theme of Talisman that we've been trying to get across in the tavern here. Is obviously in the game of Talisman, obviously you have to win. Someone has to win at the end of the day. That's just how games go. but it's like the journey. It's like the themes, the thematic kind of adventure that you have. Everyone, is the most important thing.
Like if anyone from Avalon Hill is to accidentally stumble across this video and go, "Ooh, what the fuck's going on here?" Then, even though we have quite heavily criticized certain areas, ultimately the conclusion is you've done good. It's good. We like it. I like it. I know Zodz will like it. But there's certain parts of it which are outstanding. Like that one little thing, the middle where you flip it over and you have that different ending. Dude, that's genius. That's genius. Whoever thought of that needs a raise. That's great. Love it.
Well, whoever thought of that probably designed the Dragon expansion for 4th, where you have the Dragon Tower and then the Dragon Realm. So, same principle. They just did something really creative using the Feywild. I think the Feywild, thematically, because the Nemesis, Call of the Hunt, I think that's what it's called, right? That's all about, you know, the hunter, right?
Why didn't they use a new character which would have fit in a Feywild?
Oh, God, what's the character from the Woodlands? The bloody Laywalker, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, there's a old character called the Satyr, which is a Fey character, which could have been fucking perfect for this. Oh my god, that would have been perfect for this one. The Satyr. Why didn't they put that in there? Okay, fine, whatever.
Smash and Ruins, 1 out of 10 rating.
Shit.
George is saying a 3rd edition remake is needed. I don't know anything about 3rd edition apart from the artwork on the box looking cool, like 90s Warhammer style, and then also people who have actually played it and said it isn't as good.
Is needed, dude. George, a digital version of 3rd edition is needed.
Would be cool. Would be cool
100% needed.
We'd
love to play it with everybody.
Oh, you're heading off to dinner. Oh, no worries. Get real. I mean, obviously, it got real for you, and you had to eat. Get real. So, yeah.
Things got real pretty quick. We love your name. Thanks so much. Join us again. We try and make these live streams every single week. We're going to try to. This was a special occasion, obviously. We have a new expansion. And we're always hoping for new content to kind of comment upon. So we are going to be here. And we're glad you enjoyed it. Well, hope you enjoyed it.
We'll try and get some sleep. We'll do the best we can to get some sleep. We're pretty terrible at that, to be fair. But yeah, no, we handled it just fine.
Yeah, we're gonna bring this. We're gonna bring this to an end very soon. We're gonna. What are we gonna do? We're gonna disappear off to the Discord for maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I'll share the links out now, but we always do this. We always, on our server, at the Talisman Tavern Discord server, we have the bar voice chat, which we always go to after we finish the live stream. So I will share the links.
What a shitbag. Look at him. 40-hour marathon.
What's going on?
Sort it out, mate.
40 hours? What are you mental? You're mad. Probably. But, well, no, mate, we don't do 40 hours. We do 80 hours, mate. That's what we do. 80-hour marathon.
Yeah.
You're a rookie.
Yeah, that's rookie numbers. You need to pump those numbers up, mate.
Nice. But yeah, folks, if you join the Discord in a moment, we'll be on the bar voice chat, as I mentioned before. So if you want to have a chat with us directly, you're more than welcome to join. We'll be on there for about 10-15 minutes. But otherwise, I think, is there anything else worth mentioning? Don't think there is.
No. Obviously, it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get a chance to play a game. But to be honest with you, this was
nice change of pace.
Bumper packed. Yeah, very, very nice change of pace. Bumper packed full of information about the Call of Hunt. I'm really, really happy that we did this. I'm hoping that people will watch it and maybe come to understand the expansion a little bit more.
We
might have to cut it down at some point, maybe into. You might have to cut it down a little bit,
maybe.
But this is going to be the OG. So
but folks, we're thinking of doing more kind of talk-based style sort of streams of videos like this, where you actually get an opportunity. Yeah, lots of things, and you guys being in the chat and us being able to interact with you directly. I feel like it's fun for us, definitely, and I hope that it's fun for you guys as well. You actually get to chat to us and ask us questions and just have fun. Which when we're playing a game of Talisman, you still get to do that, but we're obviously focused on playing the game of Talisman. So so if you like this style of content, definitely let us know, and we'll definitely line up more of it. We'll do some more let's talk style things like this.
Yeah, we'll reach out to community members. We'll drag more and more of them, including John, people like Nick, people like oh my god, who are we talking about? Game rules, gaming dads, dad's gaming addiction. Oh my god, there's a whole bunch of people who we're collaborating and constantly speak with, and are planning on doing some craziness with. So we want to keep on doing that. The only way we keep on doing that is so long as actually, to be honest with you, I'm not being funny, mate. Even if it was just you and me and there was 0 people listening, we'd probably still fucking do this, wouldn't we?
Yeah. we were. Because
we've been doing this for years before. And we were like, dude.
We've been doing this, folks. You have to know. We've been having these sort of conversations about stuff for a long time, for years. None of it got recorded at all because it's all just Discord conversations after a game or something. And for years we're saying we should record stuff and publish it, and never got around to it until we started running Talisman Tavern. So never surrender to this zone.
Cheers. Honestly, George's been really, really, really cool.
Sip, YM, I think that's how we say it. Oh, good to see you, bud. I think that's the first comment
you've been listening. Nice one.
Yeah, I think we had a
how long have you been listening? Well, I don't want to kind of get into a big, long conversation because we're now headed off, but how long have you been listening? Oh,
maybe we had a lurker.
It'd be really interesting.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Nice lurker. Anyway, good skills.
No, nice. You're one of our best lurkers yet. Keep it up. Good work.
You are. You are a great S-tier lurker status right now.
There we go. But again, folks, if you want to join us for a chat, hit the Discord link that I've sent for chat. Join the server if you haven't already, and then join us at the bar. Be on there very shortly. But otherwise, I think that's everything for tonight. So thank you very much for watching. Check out the rest of this video if you haven't already. Check out the other stuff. But otherwise, we'll see you in the next one, whatever that's going to be.
Yeah.
So
we'll be hanging around in chat for about 5 more minutes. So if you want to ask any questions, then please do that.
Or just have a chat. Just have a ball of a time. We'll hang around for a bit. So don't be a stranger.
Bye.
He's fucking died already. Nice. Anyways, we'll see you later, guys. Have a good one.
See you in chat.
Bye. Oh, and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Bye.